Alright, we are live. Hello, world. Welcome to the Pernicious Chronicles, the Destiny campaign. This is episode 13, which is part 2 of the Temple of Kyvult. I'm going to get my players in here real quick. Maybe. And okay. You guys there?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Good deal. Alright, so we're going to kind of piddle around here for a second while we wait for Reed to show up. With that being said, joining us today we have Randy, Zach, and Kim, and then hopefully Reed as... Actually, I need to change it. It still says Kiki as Kree, but Jess will not be here this week. So, at this current moment, how's everybody's day going?
Going pretty good.
Yep.
Good.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what you were drinking. All right. So we'll go ahead and do a quick, well, actually we can do a lengthy recap if we want to. And I want to remind you guys that from the last episode, rolling over, Randy, you had a nat 20, and then I had a nat 20 and a healing potion. What? Oh, no. It's just up there. Sorry, I don't have an actual healing potion.
I was gonna say, like, can you even get one?
Sure I can.
Oh, that's nice.
The dragon just suddenly chugs.
Yeah, right. Quaffs the potion. Why? Hey, if you can do it, he can do it. Why not? So,
Yep.
with that being said, who wants to take a shot at the recap from last week?
Okay, I guess I will. All right, so we make our way back to Levris from Kree's village, whose Kree's family flew us to Levris because we were chasing after some...
Ships.
Yeah, I just forget the name of the people.
Serenity.
Yes, the Kingdom of Serenity ships were spotted there at Levris. And when we get there, lo and behold, they're there. So Baelfire runs off when we get to Levris to go get his armor, which of course is not complete. And then I forget what Rogar and Kree do. What did Rogar do?
What did I do?
You and healed people.
Yes,
Oh,
I did
yes.
that thing.
Yes, he went off and healed people and caught a witch and then almost got into a fight.
Yeah.
By himself.
And then Mina and Arkin went to go seduce the captain of the ship. It was more Arkin than me.
I was just there.
Yeah, to let us onto their ship by lying and saying we're cartographers. And so we get on the ship, we sail on to the Isle of Serpents, we get there safe and sound, and then we fight this giant lobster thing called a chul, and it goes pretty well. That Rogar gets fucked up a little bit. And then, by the end of it, we get attacked by these weird... They're not attacking us, but I assume we get captured by these weird snakes.
So, yeah, all right. So at the end of the last episode, like I said, Baelfire not being here, we can... I tell you what, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do you want to do a little bit of world building while we wait for him, or do you want to go ahead and jump into it?
Personally, I'm just going to jump into it and say, though, Kree and Baelfire, they're just knocked out.
Well,
Or
okay.
they're just captured, not with us.
I was actually going to say that Kree, seeing the Yuan-Ti come up behind you guys. Now, one of the things that I didn't describe about the one that had put the sword up to Baelfire's neck, he's roughly 8 feet tall. He's got this like these green scales, and he's got the head of a snake, similar to a cobra. And he actually has the lower body of a snake as well, but he has 2 arms, and that's why he's holding the scimitar.
2 of Sultai from Magic the Gathering.
I'm sorry?
So they sound a lot like these people from Magic the Gathering. They're pretty bad.
I mean, same company owns them, so hey, we can cross them. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say happens. Actually, seeing the Yuan-Ti come up behind him and knowing that you're outnumbered, Kree actually takes flight and takes off to head back to the ships to maybe get reinforcements, maybe to just wait out the storm. Who knows? And Baelfire is kind of frozen in fear because he's got a scimitar up to his neck and there's an 8-foot snake next to him. I mean, why not, right? He's not here. He's not here to defend himself, so he's gonna do all the things I want him to do.
Very unusual.
With that being said, Mina, you see these pink mushrooms at your feet.
Oh, well, being me and being distracted, I'm going to pick them up.
And actually emerging from the trees, you guys start to see like more and more Yuan-Ti, or Yuan-Ti, however you want to pronounce it. They start appearing out, and some look different than others. You have the one that looks like a giant snake with 2 arms, kind of wearing kind of like a makeshift armor, what you consider it to be armor, but could be some kind of like other dressings. And then you start to see some come out that have like snake-like features, but they're walking on 2 legs like a humanoid, almost like a human and a snake had a baby. If you want to picture that. And at this time, there's probably about 20 of them coming out through the trees, and they're just kind of like staring at you, and they start to like part ways, and this female-looking humanoid Yuan-Ti comes out, and she's dressed, and she's got like a kind of like a feathery headdress, and she's got these bones draped around her neck. She's kind of wearing a makeshift skirt, and she walks up and she starts speaking. With that being said, what languages do you guys know?
I know Common, Draconic, and Celestial.
Okay, I have to remember what Yuan-Ti speak.
I know Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
They speak Common, Dwarvish, Abyssal, and Draconic.
All right.
We had good coverage. Nice, guys.
You can all talk to dragons.
I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I got Sylvan. I can talk to
Talk to trees.
plants.
We got the fake creatures.
So who speaks Draconic?
Me and Zach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, who the fuck is that?
Rogar and Arkham.
All right. She actually starts to speak, and actually, one of the things that she's like looks completely different. While the other ones mostly have like green scales, green and brown mix of scales, she has a like a slight red tinge to her scales. So, with that being said, she starts to speak to you in Draconic, and she says, because I can't speak Draconic, I'm going to say it in Common.
Oh my gosh. Bad Dungeon Master.
Who are you?
I'm playing with the mushroom.
She just like plucks the mushroom up out of the swamp. So to give a little bit of setting to the people that don't know, you guys are actually pretty much in the middle of a marsh. There was like the open areas where you're standing at right now, and they are at the edge of the tree line, because that's where Baelfire had backed up to.
Okay.
What does Arkham look like right now?
I look like a fancy ass, super fancy, one of those things called orc.
Right. You're okay. You're an orc right now.
Goodness gracious. I have no way out of this one, do I? I'm gonna tell the truth for once. So,
What a coincidence.
in Draconic, we want to explain to her. We're here to find this rod called the Rod of Dragon Control that was hidden here, or lost here. Because,
Dragon, you say?
I cast Minor Illusion in my hand and I make a dragon appear. A really small dragon. Dragon control.
And she kind of like, she takes a step back. She's like, "There's a dragon here."
Where?
You killed the troll. I will show you.
This is not exactly why I didn't really want to go to him. I was just wondering where his whereabouts were.
He's in a temple, not far from here.
Would he happen to be rod-shaped?
We haven't seen him in years, but it's a silver dragon.
There's
Okay,
a
but how-
dragon on this continent.
Yes. Many years ago, we built this temple for him. And he has served us just as we have served him.
Oh, okay. He's not one of those I'm going to eat everyone dragons, huh?
Generally, silver are benevolent. How is he not? I guess we should go see him. I mean, this could easily be a trap. I'm trying to like say this quietly to Arkin, but
Joke's
I
on you.
don't
Like,
know.
I can read your mind. Just think it.
That's really creepy.
But I say in your mind, I say that to you in your head, and it's like there's no need to whisper. I can just read your thoughts.
And I think I say out loud. That's really creepy.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna keep talking in your head, so they just what they see is us standing still, not even looking at each other. I don't think it's a trap. It's not exactly like we could go anywhere with these people surrounding us.
Oh, they're actually not surrounding you. They're at the tree line. You guys
Okay.
can go out or cross the open marsh if you'd like, and to
Yep.
the next tree line.
They
But
do
like-
have Baelfire though.
Last time we tried to cross anything open, this one got attacked by giant lobsters. So by my book, they have us surrounded.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
He does have a point.
So
You'll take us to see the dragon?
We will take you to the temple, but no one has seen the dragon in many years.
Can I insight check to make sure she's not just waiting to eat her food?
Sure.
Got a friend that with a knife at his neck. I'm pretty sure she's kind of got the upper hand here.
She does. But easy meals are always preferred over difficult ones.
So as far as you can tell, Rogar, she's telling the truth.
Okay. I don't see any reason why not.
Sure, let's trust her.
Would you? Why are you just? Okay. I think out loud, like, why would they just take us there? Are they getting anything out of this?
You
So-
killed the troll.
Oh. I guess you didn't like to troll.
You've proven yourself worthy.
Maybe he'll help us find the rod of dragon troll. Maybe he won't, because we can use it to control him. But let's just find out. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So since they have Baelfire at the throat, we can't really fight them off. I guess we'll follow. My vote is follow.
I didn't understand any of it because it's all on Draconic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, we were thinking in common, unless we were being jerks and thinking in Draconic.
Well, she
Too
couldn't hear.
distracted by mushrooms.
Thinking in
That's a valid
draconic.
So
Will you release our friend?
She hisses at the 8-foot giant humanoid abomination snake, and he drops the scimitar and pushes Baelfire towards you guys.
Hopefully Baelfire doesn't do anything violent.
Nope, he's just gonna drop his bow into the marsh water and walk off.
Yeah, he's gonna break his bow.
Yeah, he like takes it in like a
Shit.
baseball bat and just.
I need this man to keep us alive.
So
Possibly. Wait, you said I'm okay. I'm gonna try to pick up his broadsword because I need him to have something in case we.
No, I'm joking. He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't drop his bow. He stows all of his weapons and joins you guys.
Good shit. All right. I'm on a cussing rampage today, guys. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Relax. Okay. So they are going to start walking towards the direction that actually you guys were. So they cross the marsh into the other set of woods. Are you going to follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
With that being said, Mina, along the way, one of them starts to try to talk to you in Draconic about the mushrooms that you have in your hands.
You guys are talking to him. What language are they speaking?
Draconic.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to use a spell to understand what they're saying.
And when you cast the spell, which mushrooms are you holding in your hands?
I picked up the pink one, so I've got pink.
What you perceive to be a male Yuan-Ti is talking to you, and then all of a sudden you begin to understand him, and he says, "Idiot! Those are poisonous."
Cool. Thanks.
And he just
I'll
kind
write
of
it down.
shakes his head and like slithers off. All
I will
right, so
make a point of noting that down. I've got poison mushrooms. Yay!
so you guys start walking through the jungle, as it were. You see more illuminated fungi and the leaves of the trees, as like the top has covered and blocked the sun. So it looks really pretty as you're walking through here, and Mina's just having a field day. I know she is, because she loves that kind of stuff. You walk for probably about 2 hours through all of this dense foliage, and then it kind of like starts to open up, and you start to see these structures. And what it looks like is they've built these kind of like mud and stone houses kind of in the trees, and you can tell that's like you're entering their community, so to speak. And then in the back, as you get closer, you can see it starts to take shape into this large temple, or what you perceive to be the temple in your destination. So I'm gonna move you guys,
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
kind of give you a representation of what it looks like. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like, this is said structures. They have it's kind of like they built them, and then the trees kind of grew around them as well. They have designs into them, but it looks like they're very shoddy designs. So it's the workmanship has lasted throughout the years, but it's nothing that you've seen dwarvish and elvish architecture. Well, Carsey would have, but nobody else has.
I would have. Arkin might have.
That's
Arkin
true.
might have.
That's true. So you guys have seen the structures of even like humans put these people to shame. But like I said, it's their own little society, and to them it looks gorgeous. So, and you've come to realize, like throughout your travels through the jungle, that the one you're talking to obviously is the one in charge, but she's some sort of priestess. You would perceive her to be more kind of like a druid. So, I'm sorry?
I said okay.
Oh, I actually thought Mina said something.
I said okay.
Oh, fair enough. All right. So, sorry.
Hello.
Oh, sweet
Hello.
haircut.
Oh,
Thank you.
He's
Get a
here.
hair sticking out.
Oh, here we have a Baelfire.
Actually, it looks really good. I like the haircut a lot.
Thank you.
Nobody else can see it. I'm just gonna put a happy smiley face in the Baelfire, like box.
Oh my.
Baelfire is happy right now, and
That's
he's
me.
logging into TPC right now.
Okay.
I have to find his video.
Well, you didn't miss too much. We got captured by the snake people. Do you speak Draconic by
Cool.
any chance?
Actually, yes.
Actually? Okay, good shit. You can talk to them.
And I know we were captured because we ended
Ah.
last session with myself having a sword to my throat.
They,
Well,
they let you go.
Ah,
Yeah,
you
well- Oh,
ruined
yay.
the surprise.
Oh, well. I'll go back to
I'm
Well,
guessing we're
you can
live.
still surprise him with the fact that he dropped his bow in the swamp and left
Yeah,
it
that was a surprise too.
look at his
What?
face.
you're okay, Reed. Don't worry.
Oh man, that was awesome. You thought about dropping it for a second.
You didn't. You're okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Are we live right now? Or
Yeah, they're
Yes,
taking
yeah,
us
You're late, dude.
Hi, people. I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just
They're
messing
taking
with
us to the temple, and I gotta find the guy who just told me these mushrooms are poisonous. Ask him more questions.
you. All right. What do you want to ask him? Because like I said, everybody kind of like the crowd that you guys were welcome with has dispersed and kind of like went to their own dwellings, with the exception of the 8 foot tall abomination and the priestess.
Well, can I find the person who told me that I was an idiot and they're poisonous?
It was the abomination.
Oh, okay. I will practically skip up to him and be like, "Hey, I have more questions for you."
Ah, get those things away from me.
Okay, and I
Wait.
put it in my bag. It's like, how about this one? And pull out another one.
What color is it?
Blue. I don't know. I just
Sure.
I have a note saying I have plant samples.
He's actually going to kind of lead you over to a small area where you see another humanoid-looking Yuan-Ti. I'm trying to give these. It's a half blood, but so essentially it's a half and half, half human, half Yuan-Ti-looking creature, and she's grinding away at some mushrooms and stuff.
Okay.
So you can
Mm-hmm.
hang out with her if you'd like.
Okay. Yes.
Wow.
Totally.
While Baelfire
Baelfire.
Baelfire gets his bearings, and Rogar and Arkin kind of catch him up on everything.
Okay.
So the priestess is kind of like leading you guys towards this temple and towards the steps. And along the way, she's telling you that throughout the years, and pretty much like once every other day or so, they go out and they hunt big game to bring back and leave on the steps for the dragon. They consider this a sacrifice to him, so he doesn't come out and hunt.
He does eat what you offer.
So there's a dragon in this temple.
Okay,
Oh
so I
yeah,
guess
I forgot about that.
we should actually catch you up. So we talked to them and they were super impressed. We killed the troll. And so then they offered to take us. We mentioned that we wanted to see the dragon and the rod of dragon control. I can talk. The rod of dragon control, and they were like, "Oh, well, there's a dragon here on this island. Why don't we just take you to him?" And it's like, "Oh, well, that's cool." But they haven't seen the dragon in. They didn't specify how long, but it's been a while. So that's where we are.
Yeah, we're off to go see the dragon.
For the
The
temple,
wonderful
at
dragon
least.
of Silent Verse Serpents doesn't work that well.
And how many of these lizard folk are there?
Many.
Well, they're kind of snake folk.
Yeah,
More than 20.
you find yourself in basically a village of them.
Okay. And so they're kind of like a hunting nomad tribe.
You can consider that. I mean, they're in a jungle, and they're all they look like capable warriors.
I wouldn't say
So-
nomads though, because they have a city.
That's correct.
That's true.
Okay.
So I
Uh,
ask them. So you leave offerings, and the offerings are eaten, but you haven't seen the dragon itself.
We dare not get that close. Actually, it's Baelfire speaks Draconic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I asked them if anything is ever left of their offerings, bones or anything.
He eats them all.
And do you ever hear the dragon?
Occasionally, he'll growl if we get too close.
Their lack of curiosity is interesting. Okay.
Oh, no. I was actually about to elaborate on that a little bit. She goes on to tell you that if any dragon, or I'm sorry, any of the Yuan-Ti kind of get too curious or get too close, they're met with fire as they get to the entrance.
Yeah, thanks. I forgot your name already, Rogar. Yeah, these silver dragons sure are benevolent.
At the silver dragon?
Yes. Supposedly. I wonder if they confuse silver with white.
What I'm curious about is, one, is it actually a dragon or someone pretending to be one? Because how the heck would there be a dragon here when the Lyceum had the Rod of Dragon control?
You never know.
That's a great question.
Well, we have to get there
Only
first, don't
one-
we?
Yeah, only one way to find out.
Okay. How far away are we? I asked the lizard folk. What's the leader's name?
I am not a lizard.
Serpent. Sorry, serpent folk.
Yuan-Ti.
You're actually standing at the base of the stairs that lead up to a platform, and then off to the right is the entrance. You can see that it's like a stone carved dragon head.
Okay.
How is it? Does the dragon know that we're not an offering? Because I've had enough of people just trying to kill me.
Before we go talk to this dragon, is there any way we can have a short rest?
No, you can take a long rest. They offer, because you killed the troll, they offer you housing or a place to sleep for the night, if you'd like, and food. I don't know if you particularly want their food.
I don't care.
Does anyone really
Baelfire would take
need
the food. Baelfire is used to living in the forest and eating random stuff.
Does anyone really need a long rest though? That's the question.
It would be
I-
punished with my
Refresh
spell
spells.
slots.
Okay, then that's what I was checking for. So yeah, then yes, we would take a long rest.
Yeah.
Long rest. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys take a long rest.
Do we recover hit points doing that?
Yep, I'm actually
You
going to
gave
give you. I'm going to give you full hit points.
Sweet. That was at 5.
I'm guessing we're gonna need them.
I'm just...
Right?
I asked the leader if there's any longbows I could trade for.
No. Actually, roll a d20.
Arrows? Okay.
They have a. Okay. You have to think of the culture here. You have to think of the technology that they have here. Consider this like the Mayan civilization.
Okay.
So everything, like, they don't have all of the blacksmithery and everything that, Ebelon has. With that being said, they have managed to take bones, pieces of the wood, and vines to twine, wrap them all together and make sort of like a composite bow, sort of. So it will work, but I'm not sure how reliable it's going to be.
What would they want for it?
He's eyeballing your bow. Because that's a fancy bow in his eyes.
Nope.
I have an accent. Forgot about that.
Who, Arkin does?
Yeah, this character, the one he's in, he talks like this. Actually, I forgot about that.
Ah, yes. Yes, he does.
I forgot.
Oh my.
Okay, so you guys do your the resting thing. I know, Mina, you're sitting next to the herbalist, if there ever is a Yuan-Ti herbalist, and she teaches you how to use to make the blue mushrooms into a potion of poison resistance.
Cool. Fancy.
I like how you're just a walking pharmacy at this point.
So if we drink that potion of poison resistance, could we then eat the mushrooms and then be a nourishment to us and not poison us?
That's so much.
mean,
Only one way to find out.
I was-
Open wild, Baelfire.
There might be other effects to this. Just
Mm.
want to throw that out there.
Mm.
I apologize to the people in chat. I have not been keeping up with it. Oops. Okay, so yes,
Cool.
you have that.
So I have a recipe.
Yes.
Cool.
It's the recipe's in your head. It's not written down, but you follow it. Like you saw all the steps that she used.
Okay.
There was a little bit of bat guano mixed in.
Okay.
So
Let me write
just,
that down.
just be aware.
Well, I don't think Mina's that picky. She's gonna write. I'm gonna write it in my herbalism book to the best of my ability. Cool.
All right. So morning comes and you guys are up and about. People are stirring. You can smell. They actually cook their food here, though some would probably prefer to eat it raw. Others don't. But you can see like they have these open fires out in the middle of like this kind of like courtyard area, and they're just kind of mingling and going about their day.
Okay.
Oh, I go back to the lizard. Sorry, not lizard. Serpent person with
You
the
get
bow.
slapped with a tail.
And I offer to trade him a great axe from a minotaur for the bow.
Wow. Sorry, you're gonna trade. I'm sorry. I was reading what Aaron said in chat about Mina and her bat guano.
She's batshit crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it says. I can't take credit for that.
Okay, so what are you doing,
That's okay.
Baelfire?
I'm offering the serpent man a great axe for the bow.
He will gladly take it
Okay.
because, as you can see, most of their weaponry is like cut stone or like chipped stone, stuff like that. They don't have anything metal related
Metal.
for weaponry.
And does he by chance have any arrows with like flint or something? Just like arrows to go with the bow?
They're gonna be makeshift arrows, but yeah, they do. They have some.
Okay. I'd ask him for a few arrows to go with the bow.
He gives you a bundle of 20.
Awesome.
There's something yapping in the background. It's a
Not me.
werewolf. It's a werewolf. Run. It's a little werewolf. It's
Baby
tiny.
got bit.
It's a tiny one, like that big. Fits in your hand.
Okay. Question, Patrick. What should I put in for stats for this bow?
It's like a standard longbow.
Okay.
All right. With that all being said, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we're rested. We have food. Let us go and find this dragon.
I turn into a rugged African American man wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
wearing heavy armor.
Yep. I can't act. I'm not actually wearing heavy armor. I just look like a badass though, because we need someone who looks like an awesome person in our group right now. Because right now it's just and you're pretty.
Okay.
All right. So you guys start to make your way up to these stairs. So let me explain this to you real quick. When you're getting there, there's a set of stairs that lead up to one platform, and then you can see another set that leads up to a second platform, and then that's where the entrance is.
Before we go any farther, I turn back to my friend and I ask him if there's any traps we should be aware of before entering the temple.
They tell you that when they set the temple up for the dragon, there were no traps.
Okay.
Because it was a temple for the dragon. So why would they trap their own temple?
Well, I didn't know if the temple was already there and then the dragon inhabited it, or I didn't know that the temple was specifically built for the dragon.
Yes, that's correct. So I can actually tell you guys this because I think I did before. The Temple of Kyvult was built for the silver dragon named Kyvult. And basically, you're on the Isle of Serpents. He came there. They pretty much worship him. So they dedicated this to him, and they would collect things and bring it to him, different treasures and stuff. But in like the recent years, the demand became different, and it was more about food. So that's what they would do. They would drop the food and leave him at that.
Okay.
So what did he do for them?
Well,
He didn't eat
He
them.
didn't eat them.
yeah, they gave him food. He didn't come out and eat them.
Well, they did say that he serves them and
Now,
they serve him.
in the beginning, the reason they revered him so much is there's another race on this island. There's patches of Yuan-Ti, but there's also Jaguar folk, which
And they're at war. I remember that. Well,
Yes.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
So you've heard the history of that, but many years ago they were at like a bitter war, and the Yuan-Ti were losing, and Kyvult came and kind of intervened, not necessarily taking their side, but he basically stopped the war, and because of that, that's why they erected the temple. So, and now the island is kind of divided, whereas the Yuan-Ti are on one side and the Jaguar folk are on the other, and they don't. They have somewhat of an interaction with one another, but there's no war because of this.
Okay. So we are going to go bug a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna pop in and say hello and ask for something that will let us control it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Just-
No idea.
Flames that will turn us to dust,
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna approach the temple. Baelfire is gonna kind of move to the side of the entrance just in case anything comes flying out, it doesn't hit him.
Say what? Roll, especially Arkin. Roll a. You can give me a history check or a nature check.
Ooh, I love those checks.
So far, so
Nature's
good.
decent for me.
This is where he rolls a 1. Oh no, he already rolled. Who we're
I got
waiting on?
17.
We're waiting on Rogar.
Sorry.
Rogar's just oblivious.
I don't remember anything.
That valid point.
That's actually why I didn't roll it first, because I was like,
Right.
well, I don't remember anything.
You should have
But,
said that.
yeah.
Okay, so Baelfire, Arkin, and Mina, you guys recall that it's odd, but silver dragons don't breathe fire.
Okay.
Well,
I share this information.
That's strange.
That's bad.
What? Do they breathe anything?
Silver
Such as
dragon?
ice
Breathe
or
anything?
lightning?
They breathe the air.
Uh, do they have any other like large scale like area attack?
So you know that each dragon has their own breath weapon. A silver dragon actually has a cone of cold. Breath
Cold,
weapon.
okay.
I think it's cold. I believe it's cold. Let me double check. I think it's cold.
Sure if my awesome comment about them not understanding the difference between silver and white.
Oh
might be a
no,
thing.
I might be fucked.
But
Uh-oh.
white doesn't use fire either.
It is cold.
Okay.
Yeah, white's cold. Oh, well,
what
yes.
what you know of like, as far as fire dragon, or I'm sorry, fire breath weapons, there are two main types. There are gold dragons and red dragons.
Okay. And so silver breathes cold.
Yes.
Gotcha. Is there anything special about their scales? Defenses? I'm guessing they're going to be immune against cold attacks since they have cold breath.
Well, why are you trying to kill it?
I'm
We're
not.
not
I'm
trying-
just
we're not-
trying to understand it.
We're not here to kill it, so I don't.
That would be a reasonable thought. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
That might have really messed up in real life, guys. Whoops. Oh goodness.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Oh, I did something really bad.
What did you do?
Yeah, now inquiring minds want to know. You can't just say I messed up really bad and then leave it at that.
Pick the
Mhm.
wrong spell.
Nah. Okay, let's keep going.
Are you gonna get arrested on camera or something?
Nah, I'm not gonna. I might, but
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's get going.
I should get arrested. I want to get arrested after what I just did.
What did you? Now I want to know, dude.
Fuck, this is something real embarrassing.
Did you post something somewhere on Facebook or? No, I'm joking.
no, close, but not Facebook.
Did you mess up on Tinder?
Not Tinder. I have a boyfriend, but that's kind of a thing.
Oh, you messed up with your boyfriend. Sad.
Okay. Oh, let me move the maps over. All right. So, because you know I love maps.
Maps are pretty cool.
Maps.
Oh yes.
All right.
Oh, it's a very
You're-
big map.
Yep. You're gonna be at the bottom
Oh, there we go.
because you started at the bottom.
Hi.
Okay.
But
Oh, you should take Kree off.
Ah, that's a valid point.
where is Kree?
She flew off to the ship.
Okay.
She got.
To make sure they don't leave us.
She
Oh,
doesn't
darn.
like things with scales, apparently.
I apologize for that, Arkin. I forgot to change that.
I don't care. It's okay. As long as I still have the token, that's really what matters. You can do it later.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys are at the base or at the beginning of the first platform, and you can see the stairs, and then there's a platform above it with the dragon head that's carved out of stone.
Okay.
Also, I don't have control of the token, though. That's the problem.
You don't?
Actually, I can just barely see the stairs. I'm trying to get to where I can see the dragon's head.
Why do you not have control? Somebody just moved it.
Should give it to
Definitely
Ella.
was not me.
What about
Probably
now?
gave it to Ella, and then maybe didn't give it to. Oh, I don't. I have control of mine.
You should have control of it. Can you move it?
I do now.
Okay, good deal.
He doesn't have vision, though. Oh, nope, he doesn't. Kind of.
This is it.
Yeah, what's
Fucking-
a vision like? Can non-dark vision people see anything?
So this is actually open.
Okay.
So you guys, I had to do this for like when you go inside the temple, but it's actually open so you can see. The problem is it goes up probably about 20 feet up the stairs. So the platform, you can't see the top of the platform. You can only see like that it goes up, and then you can see like the top of the stone dragon head.
Gotcha. And turned to Arkin, and I said, "Do you want to send your friend ahead of us, since the dragon's probably least likely to hurt a smaller dragon?"
I would love to, but I'm having some issues with him for some reason. Our connection.
Did you forget to feed him? Is he not obeying?
No, I'm afraid the temple or something is interfering with my connection with him.
Your connection because he doesn't have vision.
You know how like there's like a light around a token?
Yeah.
Whenever they leave? I don't have that light around him.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
So, well, I didn't know if that was actually part of it. I was just rolling with the punches.
Okay. Well,
Now I use vision.
Okay. So you guys get up to the platform.
there's a dragon head. Cool.
All right. So you get up to the top of the platform, and inside of the dragon's, like the stone dragon, you can see that there's a statue of a dragon, actually like a sitting right in the middle of this entryway, like of the mouth of the large stone dragon.
Is it a specific color, or is it just like the color of the rest of the stone?
It's the color of the rest of the stone.
Are there any signs of previous fires? Like, are there burn marks anywhere?
Or frozen areas?
Did my token just die?
So
Token's still there.
Oh, it's not on my screen.
So you go to send your pseudo dragon into the temple, and it goes in and then flies back out, and you lose your telepathic bond with it.
Okay, I cast it again.
It takes an hour to cast.
For ritual. I can just cast things. I think I cast a spell slot, yes, but like it won't cast a spell slot if I cast it just from my hand. That's how ritual spells work.
Oops. So you're gonna cast it again?
Let's think about this actually. I don't think because I don't have many spell slots, and I don't see us getting a rest in the middle of this temple. Yeah, we'll hold off. I don't think it's that important. We have a Baelfire.
We have a Baelfire.
We have a Baelfire.
Would rather not jump out to the middle of the field, because last time that happened, the person got reduced all the way. The person just collapsed.
Yeah, I pulled a Baelfire. It's all good.
Why is that pulling a Baelfire? Come on, y'all.
So to answer a question about the fire, Patrick.
Yes, I'm sorry. There are scorch marks on the ground and on the walls, literally right in front of you.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Fire
Patrick.
pollution.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you said it's the silver dragon. They breathe cold, but the villagers all said his fire was coming out.
He gets it. All right. So, what do you guys want to do next?
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
I asked Arkin if he wants to make me invisible.
No.
All right. So, Mina, you step and peek around the corner, and then suddenly the dragon head in front of you spits fire. So I need you to make a dex check for me.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't quite Baelfire anymore. Dex.
Ooh, we get a fire animation. Nice.
Oh, that's fancy. I like that, Patrick.
Nope.
All right. Sorry, I got to run my two screens here.
That is pretty. It's very pretty fire.
So it spits out this fire, and you get caught, and you take the full brunt of the damage. Unfortunately, it's a lot of damage.
Of course it is.
If I can find my dice. Oop, not that much. Sorry, not that. I almost rolled the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Wow, it almost rolled.
That is one away from maximum damage.
I know, right? So you take 23 points of fire damage, and then your clothes catch fire.
Okay.
So you guys see this, and you see Mina just kind of like goes up in flame. What do you guys want to do?
Immediately run over.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds and go to heal her.
Okay. So you cast heal wounds. Arkin, what do you want to do?
Mm.
I don't know. It's whatever.
I don't really have a place in this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna back up.
That's probably a good idea.
All right. So you back up.
I'm going to pull her away from the. I mean, I'm sure she's already stumbling away. I'm going to pull her fully away from the area, and I'm going to take. I have some like tattered robes in my inventory. I'm going to take them out and just start
Putting her out.
patting her down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that. You managed to get her out. Baelfire, you healed her for 6 points of damage. And Mina, you're kind of out of breath right now.
Yeah. Well.
So what now?
Statue of dragon that breathes fire. Well, that answers that question. All right. I'll give you a.
I'd like to. Hey, Patrick. Could
Yes.
I investigate the dragon from afar to see if there's any way of neutralizing it or getting around it without causing the trap?
First, I actually have to ask a question. Mina, they pulled you back, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you might want to move your token back.
How far back? Because I moved back one.
It should have been over by Ethrin or
Oh,
Rogar.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. So how far are you going to go, Baelfire?
I'm going to give him a guidance before he goes.
A guidance?
Yeah, you can add a d4 to a save.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going. Let's see.
You should probably just say it.
I'll get right here, but I'm not
Oh,
going to
it's
move around
just
the
a ability
corner.
check. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was before I moved over one. Could stay
Alright.
out of its range. Because it had a range.
So what are you gonna do, Baelfire? You gonna
I'm-
peek around the corner?
Peek around the corner.
Well, I can see it right here without peeking around the corner, can I not?
No. The reason I say no is because the way I did the dynamic lighting, I didn't cover the full wall because I wanted you guys to know that there's walls there. But
Okay.
where you're actually at, you can't see it. You would have to
Okay.
literally peek around the corner to see it.
If I'm right here, does that give me a view of it?
Sort of.
Okay, answer me this. After seeing the fire blast hit Mina, how far out did the fire travel?
15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. Baelfire will move 20 feet away, right in front, and examine it to see if there's any way of getting past it without triggering the effect.
It goes off.
Come on.
Oh,
Is
but
it a constant?
It only goes off. It goes off like it spits out fire 15 feet, but it's 5 feet away from you. So all you get is like this wave of heat that rushes over you, kind of like when you're at a hibachi and he lights it on fire.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it a constant wave of fire?
No. When he moved out, it spits the fire out, and then it stops.
I'm going to rush forward to go past it.
Okay.
Do the fire and the flames, I suppose. Some good dragon force in here.
So you start running, and before you even get that far, it goes off again, and you run right into the flames. So you need a dexterity save.
And I was wrong about
Better
the
than I
save.
did.
You don't get the d4 in the save. It's an ability check, which is different.
Whoa! Okay,
It's
I
only-
was doing that with expecting having that D4. Dang it.
d4 is not that much, but yeah, it's just an ability check. Well, the dexterity save and ability check? Probably not, right?
All right. So
I mean, D4 could help.
So as you go and you take off running, you get to about right here. Move up one more. There you go. And that's when you like basically run into the flame. But your deck save actually allows you to kind of tumble out of the way off to the right. But you do still catch half of the damage from it. So you take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay, and I'm right here now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, since nobody else has done it, I'm gonna look.
No, I was all right behind you.
I want to look and look for any triggers, look for any levers, latches. Just what do I see?
Give me an investigation check.
I look. Oh no, I was going to assist you.
Oh, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
But actually,
Well, you can look yourself too.
but a 16 is not bad. You look around kind of like at a distance, and there's nothing that shows you any kind of triggers or anything. There's no devices on the wall or anything like that. However, there is something peculiar about this statue that you didn't notice before. Its eyes actually are made out of like rubies, like red rubies, obviously. And that's very peculiar because this is a stone statue, and it's like they replaced the eyes.
I want to throw a stone.
Wait, couldn't it?
Just in front of the statue.
Do you share this information with us?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Arkin, how far does your mage hand travel?
Good question. I think it's about 60 feet. Let me double check. My dog.
Do you
is
think you
crying.
could
I'm sorry,
remove
guys.
those?
30 feet.
It's a werewolf.
Could you remove
yes,
those rubies from its eyes with your mage hand?
Let's find out. How far away did the fire go?
15 feet.
15
So if you stay 20 feet away, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, stand. Chill right here. And after this, can we take a break? Because I need to take a nap. Goodness, that little one.
So you do your mage hand, and you're trying to pull the rubies out, but they don't budge.
I cast Eldritch Blast on the rubies. Fuck this.
That's the reasonable
15 to
response.
hit.
So you cast Eldritch Blast, and when the blast flies towards it, the fire goes off. You can hear the blast hit the statue, but you don't see it because of the fire. But you feel the heat off of it. And when everything clears, the statue still stands.
But is one of the rubies gone?
No, it is not.
Okay, I vote we go back and to ask the people about this, because I was told there would be no traps here.
They also thought it was a dragon breathing fire, even though silver dragons don't breathe fire.
So throwing the stone didn't do anything.
Okay, so how big is this?
I mean, I figure I just scrounge the ground around me for.
Pick up a stone.
It's not a huge thing. It's just like a.
There's plenty of rubble laying around because you can go ahead, Arkin, if you want, or Zach.
It'll be like 2 minutes, I promise.
No worries. There's plenty of rubble around because they haven't been able to keep up the temple because of not being able to go in. So you manage to find one about the size of your hand, and you pick it up and you throw it. And when the stone goes by the statue, the fire goes off. With that being
Can
said,
you just do that teleporting trick again?
I was thinking about teleporting.
but before you do that, since Zach ran off real quick, I will be right back. So, Reed, entertain our guests, please. Song and dance, or
I have a little bulldozer thing, and it's full of M&Ms. How's that for entertaining?
That's
Are they like
unsanitary.
mini M&Ms? For real M&Ms.
That's what I keep reaching over for and snacking on.
It seems unsanitary, but that's fine.
I have to agree with Randy.
I'm young. I'll live.
I'm not
Building
sure
up my immune system.
that doesn't work past a certain age. That only applies when you're like a little kid.
Are
Yeah.
you sure? I need to see some scientific evidence for this.
No, that's
Autoimmune
actually
disease.
it's when you're a little kid, being in a really harsh environment help build it up, but past a certain age, that doesn't.
Nope.
Well,
do
I'm
much
still
for
good
you.
at heart. Doesn't that count?
Yes,
No.
counts for what will be written on your tombstone.
Tough crowd.
So
So,
the only problem with teleporting is if something bad happens to you on the other side.
Also, she'd have to teleport all of us over.
Well, maybe we can switch.
Or I could, switch.
Pull out the rubies.
That's
They're
true.
shiny. At the
Maybe
very
there's a
least.
switch on the other side.
Well, let me put down a anchor. That'd be fun. I haven't
That's
used
not
one.
fancy.
So, sorry, there's a couple of questions about this flame. So basically, it's a cone, like a 15-foot cone of flame, and it basically it spits it out for like 1 or 2 seconds, and then it dissipates. So it's kind of like a burst, because there's some people asking about it.
Okay. I'm gonna put an anchor over here.
And
I'll give you a guidance, which doesn't apply to saves, but applies to ability checks.
So
Oh, so I see we did not get past it.
Oh, we were waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
They could have left him. Like, they just leave him at the door. So you move out, Mina, and the flames go off again.
Yep.
And just like before, wave of heat hits you, but the flames do not. You kind of have like PTSD, and you take a step back.
So Mina, I'm not gonna be playing with fire anymore.
Learned your lesson, huh?
You'd think she
No.
learned it when Tilly got burned, but no.
I did that to Tilly.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna use 2 points and go past it. 5, 10. Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How far? Okay, so you went to the steps like behind it.
Yep.
So you teleport, and you get behind it. It does not go off.
Cool. Let's look for a switch.
That would suck if it went off behind you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't give Baelfire invisibility because it would not help against this fire statue.
And you get a good scare because when Rogar moves out in front of it, it goes off again. Investigation 18. You're searching around, but you do not see a switch anywhere.
Can you reach around and pull out the rubies?
Let me try and see what happens. I'm
Wait, before you do,
right next to it.
Patrick, when the fire comes out, can we see what part of the statue the fire comes out of?
Its mouth.
Okay, so yeah, she should be fine reaching for the eyes then. I want to make sure her hands wouldn't get burned.
If I touch the statue, is it hot?
It is a little warm, yes.
Okay.
Wait, what if you just face it towards one of the side walls and we walk behind it?
Can I move the statue?
You can try, but it probably weighs a couple 100 pounds. This
seems to
is a
rotate
good
it.
size. This is a good size statue. It's probably about 7 feet tall, and it's solid stone, or at least as far as you can tell, it's solid stone.
Okay.
It's gonna be more than a couple 100 pounds, like at least a ton.
I'm going to use energy beam of cold on the fire on the statue because I don't want to touch it because it's hot.
All right, so you're doing
And
cold,
then I'll
you said?
try it.
Okay. What is? And you're doing a level
cold, good
1.
call.
Yeah, I'm not 5th level, so 1d8.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't see that. I didn't read that far.
Mhm.
Do me a favor, roll the damage for me. I don't think a statue should get a dex save.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay, so
I just really don't want it to burn me if I'm gonna like have to climb up it to reach for its eyes.
gotcha. So you're just actually shooting, like you're just shooting the statue.
hmm
All right. So you do that. It's not your best work, but nothing. It doesn't seem to affect it, other than it does give it a slight chill.
Okay. So
I want to snap
What?
my fingers.
okay.
Does it go off again?
When you move your hand, yes, it goes off.
I'm gonna touch one of the eyes. Is the eye cold?
They're
hot?
They are actually kind of cool to the touch.
Okay.
But when you do, you move your hand over the eye. The fire spits out again.
Ooh.
I say, hey, Mina, put your
can I
hands
put
over
some
both
cloth?
eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll put hands over both eyes and see what happens.
All right.
I'm going to
so,
take a step forward.
So it goes off when you put your hands over the eyes, and then when Rogar steps forward, nothing happens.
I'm going to take one more step forward, and I'm going to fucking sprint like a madman.
Okay.
All right. So as you take off sprinting, nothing happens, and you make it by.
Cool.
Okay, Baelfire is gonna follow.
All right, guess I'll come with.
All right. So you
Also,
guys, so you guys make it by the statue. Does not go off anymore, and Mina, you're free to let go if you'd like.
Okay.
I step over to the side first.
Yeah. Don't be in front of it when I take my hands off.
All right. So before you guys start running out, I need to describe this room. So
Okay.
get back to where you're at.
Okay, so it didn't explode, so that's all that matters.
I have to
No,
see-
because there's more. There's height to this room.
Oh.
That you guys need to be aware about, because you're moving out and you wouldn't be able to do that easily.
No.
All right. Okay, so let me move up a little bit. All right. So this next room that you guys kind of walk into, you're at the top of this platform. The stairs going down, and it probably goes down about 12 feet or so. Well, actually, we're just going to round it up to say 10. We'll just do that. So it goes
Was that
down.
round?
I'm sorry. It's rounded
Never
down.
mind, sorry.
I could have went 15, but that would have been a lot more difficult. So I'm lowering the difficulty because you don't have anybody that can fly in your party.
Mm.
So you go down, and there's these platforms are running along the side. They go up about 10 feet, and then about every 20 feet there are these columns holding up the ceiling. And it goes up probably past the 10 foot, it goes up another 30 feet. So in total, if you're on the very bottom, it's about 40 feet high.
Okay.
So with that being said, where you're standing at right now on the stairs is level with the side platforms.
Let's double with the side columns.
Platforms.
Columns go all the way up.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
How much farther down from the side platforms is the actual ground?
10 feet if you go down the stairs.
Hey, Baelfire.
So seeing that there's already one
Hey,
trap, I'm going
hey,
to
hey,
investigate this
Baelfire.
room.
I give you assistance, so you have advantage.
Okay,
I'll give you guidance.
cool.
Extra.
Wait, no. How long does guidance last? Because I think I actually still have it.
Just start
good
throwing it
point.
out. He has
Well, I
a
can only have
full
one
line.
at a time, I think, but it doesn't matter.
Isn't
It's a
it a
cantrip.
cantrip though? Yeah, you can just throw him out whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Like candy.
Right now.
And I'm going to add the...
D4.
Can I add like 2d4? Oh, wow, hey.
Hey.
Nice.
You just have 14.
All right. So you look out across here. You start searching your general area, your immediate vicinity, and you don't see anything that you would identify as a trap.
Okay. No random holes in the wall or.
No.
Are there any markings anywhere on the columns, on the walls, or the ceiling? Or is it just stone?
It's there. Well, I mean, actually, give me an investigation check. Or perception.
I will take perception. It is marginally better.
14. You look around, and outside of just, there's actually kind of carvings on the wall of dragons. But outside of that, you don't see anything suspicious or anything like that.
You mean the outer wall, the upper wall?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's like that looks like a 3-foot gap between the stairs and the upper platform.
Roughly, yes.
All right, I'm gonna step over and walk towards the carvings. So where are they about?
I'll follow you. I'm curious.
I'm gonna move to the other side.
Sorry. Ken said, "Oh, sure, perception or investigation." Don't worry, Ken. I'll give you the option too. We had a conversation about that. Okay. So, Rogar, you hop over to the side and you start looking for the at the carvings and stuff, and they're just like what exactly are you looking for?
Just what are the carvings?
They're actually, damn it, sorry, my laptop wants to restart, and I don't want it to.
How rude.
Right? Go away. Okay. They are actually kind of like carvings of, I mean, dragons, mainly silver dragons, but there are some other metallic dragons mixed in. Occasionally, you'll see a gold dragon, a copper dragon, but the majority of them are about silver dragons, and it's just like artwork. It's not anything telling a story, unfortunately, because that would have been cool. So the story's on the other side of the platform.
Well, let's just check over there. No. So, I mean, the paintings are like benevolent-ish in appearance. They're reverent. They're not like some kind of thing.
Yeah, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, meander on forward, looking at the drawings.
All right.
Anything else noteworthy that we're seeing here?
All right. I need you to stop.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you back.
Okay.
Real quick. All right. You take a step as you're looking at the carvings, and you hear this click, and you hear the mechanical kind of like the mechanical noises in the ceiling, and then all of a sudden these holes open up, and these shards of ice start falling down.
Oh.
And then they're falling down in a 10-foot section, and then one by one, like every second, they're like one's falling down on the first one, and it's right behind Mina. The second one's falling down, and it's gonna be right on top of her, and then the third one is gonna hit you, and then the fourth and the fifth one are gonna fall before you. Unfortunately, you don't have time to react as these shards of ice are falling down, but you do get a dexterity save, and then we're gonna go from there.
Oh, man.
Okay. Hey.
Wow, that's uncharacteristic.
Wow.
Very nice. Okay, so Mina, you have an option. You really actually only have one option.
Okay.
That option is to kind of jump off the platform as the ice is falling down. It's gonna nick you as it falls, but you're gonna end up missing the brunt of the damage, because if you sideswipe the other way, you're gonna take the full damage.
Okay.
Rogar, you kind of like jump up on the wall and spin around, and then come back down as the ice kind of falls in between, and you're actually on a save. You critted a save, so you don't take any damage.
Hey.
But Mina is going to take.
I'm here now, in the ditch.
Yes.
Lucky
You
me.
take. I only rolled a 2d6, so you actually take 10 points, as one of them catches you. As you're jumping
You were
down.
just getting demolished.
I know, right? This one wasn't me this time.
Double fives. Jeez.
Hmm.
At least it wasn't 2 6s.
Only marginally better.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay. After seeing this and seeing where
So there are traps, dude.
Rogar is, I'm
Yuan-Ti
going
lied.
to examine right over here, specifically looking for anything that would trigger a trap on this side.
I mean, you could look. Go for it.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Why does he get perception?
Looking for traps is investigation. Looking for details is a perception.
No.
Just generally looking.
It looks clear.
I'm still nervous about it though, because I saw that side. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw my shield.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of hold it up and move that way. And should anything suddenly happen, should I hear any clicking in the ceiling, I'm going to react by jumping down into the ditch.
All right.
Examine the ceiling.
Okay.
Did you say
Oh no. Sorry. You're standing where you're at, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you're gonna continue to move forward, or you're just gonna stand there? I mean, like you take a step and nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to get ready again and take another step. And should anything happen, I'm going to jump into the ditch.
Okay. All right. You take a step and you hear this click, and you hear these gears winding throughout the wall.
Wait, throughout the wall?
Yeah. You hear this, and then you start to see these little slots open up along the side of the wall. And then from, just like the other side, instead of dropping from the ceiling, these slots are starting to fire crossbow bolts. And it's starting at the first set of 10, and then the next 10, and then the one that you're at, and then the 2 that are behind you. They start opening up, and almost in sequence, they're starting to fire.
Okay, I'm going to move and hold on to the pillar, standing, like, hanging from, like, behind the pillar.
Give me an
Or, may I change that?
check. Nope.
May I change that?
Nope. Give me an acrobatics check.
I was going to say, I was holding a shield. I should have just held the shield in front of the hole.
Oh well.
All right. You slide down the pole.
Okay.
And then these arrows, these bolts actually start to fly over the top of you. Rogar, give me a dex save.
Sorry,
It's
buddy.
like it's like the game where the party kills themselves.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry. Just hit my mic. Okay, so you're gonna take the full front of this, these bolts as they hit you, because you just did this wonderful thing and you were admiring your own work on the other
I
side.
was. I'm real happy about that.
Baelfire kicks this off. All right, so you are actually going to take. Let's go with. All right, you are going to take 7 points of piercing damage, but I also need you to roll a Constitution save for me, as apparently these bolts were coated with acid, or not acid, coated with poison. Ooh, is right.
Ouch.
All right. So you, sir, are now poisoned, and I'm looking for my stupid little book here.
Doesn't Mina have something to help with poison?
I can take care of it.
Okay.
I got this. So you're feeling kind of sickly at the moment. However, when Baelfire slides down, he hits the ground, and you hear this click. And all of a sudden, the columns, there's a part of the columns right above Baelfire's head that opens up, and this green liquid starts to shoot out of it extremely fast. And as soon as it hits you, you know immediately that it's acid. And it quickly starts to fill up this pool. And I'm going to give Mina, you get a chance to do a dexterity save or teleport.
Can I assist her by trying to like whip around the column and grab her hand?
I'm going to teleport to the stairs.
So,
Dex saves.
Yep. And unfortunately, Baelfire is literally right over the top of this.
Wait, I'm above it?
No. It's right above you.
Oh.
All right. And as this hits you in the face, you take 21 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
I'm gonna cast Luster Restoration on myself.
On yourself?
Yeah. Well, I just got poisoned, right? I mean, I feel sick.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not waiting for that thing to tick me for like 20 damage.
And then this like Baelfire is like literally standing in a pool of acid, and it's starting to rise inside of this little
I'm
pit.
gonna. This wall is how high up?
10 feet.
Can I jump up there? I can grab it.
Yeah. Give me an. I'll give you the choice: athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics? Acrobatics.
All right. So you get up there, but you're hurting, and you're like it's almost sheer reaction that gets you up there. But you manage to get up there, and at the moment you are in so much pain that you can't do anything else.
Okay.
And Arkin, all this time, you're just standing here watching all of this happen. What would you like to do?
So prepare an action. If I even get hit by anything, I'm going to teleport 40 feet behind me and then 460 feet right the fuck out the temple.
Okay. All right. So you're readying your action. Baelfire is walling around.
Hold
in
on.
pain.
I need to talk for a second.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I sent a telepathic message because I'm tired of talking at this point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I think we could use some backup for this. And we have an entire village of people who think this is a sacred place. And we could tell them that there's obviously being lied to. And I think that it's worth for them to go explore it. Which I think would give us some bodies or leeway in front of the traps if you pick them up.
You think we can convince them of just snake people
Oh, yeah. I could.
Go
to
for it.
sacrifice themselves so we can search this temple?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you can keep dying, I suppose, but I would just wait here. I mean, I'm not the one covered in acid, so what do I know?
You go do that. Have fun.
I'm not leaving, but I'll wait, I suppose.
Hmm.
Well, whatever takes the offerings is somehow able to get to and from the offering to the other side of this hall. So
Probably.
either
Why don't we just wait for it?
We could leave an offering.
Yeah.
You could leave Baelfire.
Now, why would they
But
do that?
I don't think we should just stay in here. Because charging forward through this isn't looking so great.
Not really.
I say we take a day to recoup, come up with a better plan, try again in the morning.
But we're halfway across.
Or at least we know where the traps are now. At
Well,
least, you know, half the traps.
Well,
Yeah, but-
as you look around over Baelfire Screams, you can actually tell that these traps don't reset.
Oh,
It seems like they have to be manually reset.
Oh,
Cool.
Nonetheless,
Except for the fire fellow.
Right.
Can I Eldritch Blast the statue from behind? No, I'm not going to do that.
Why
'cause it
don't
might
you
explode.
blast its eyes, since its eyes are what's so...
I tried that and it
We
didn't.
could just throw a cloth over
But
it.
you did it through the fire.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Close range.
But I'm afraid it just might explode and then we both get stuck in it. And you see it. Well, hold on. Let me just try this out. Just
We
prepare it
just-
to run away.
Just
I'm gonna back
cover it with a piece of cloth.
My reaction's still up, but I am going to try to blow a piece through the eyes from far away. From close range, I mean. You see what we're doing here? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna try to blow it up.
Just the eyes.
Was the 13 to hit?
All right, so the 13, you shoot your blast at it, and it almost like kind of ricochets off of it.
Last time
Me?
our
Not,
conceit-
not back at you though. It
I was about to say,
but yeah, so it goes up and like hits the ceiling.
okay, I see. So that wasn't really effective. Oh, at least that was actually good. That was a good plan. You know, I'll give you that. Actually. But yeah, if Rogar and Baelfire want to keep going at this, I'll wait.
Coward. I'm gonna take another step forward.
as Baelfire is like ah.
What was I say? Am I able to react now?
I mean, dude, you just got covered in acid.
I guess we should help him.
Well, I
I
wanted to
can't
cast
actually,
Cure
because
Wounds
he's
on
all the way
myself.
there.
What's that?
I don't have a spell to rinse him off.
Me neither. I
I
didn't
could
take
blow 'em up.
create water today.
I thought create water was a cantrip, is it not?
It's a level 1.
Oh, gotcha.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a cantrip. You would just be like an avatar. You would just cast infinite water. That's how you could travel upwards now, because you just keep sleeping.
I mean, Griffin's got a great idea. Does anybody have a potion of healing laying about?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got the weird one, and I've got one that I made.
What's the weird one?
The original one that has a asterisk by it.
Oh, gotcha.
Hmm?
Back before we had real healing potions.
I'm gonna take
Okay.
another stone and throw it down the hall.
All right, you throw it down the hall and nothing happens. Now, at the end of this hall, you see that this chamber ends actually almost where your vision is. You can see that there's a large double doors down at the end, stone doors. I take that back. They're wooden doors inlaid with metal.
Okay.
Fair warning, Baelfire. I made this potion, and I don't know whether or not it's going to work.
I just kind of look at you.
Now, actually, there's another good suggestion of a healing kit and some herbs.
I have a healing
Could
kit.
possibly help him.
Wait, are you trying to give us tips on how to not keep him from dying? I mean, how to keep him
I
from
mean,
dying?
you can push him off into the pool of acid if you really want
what do
to.
I roll for
dying
this
is not your concern.
questionable healing potion?
It would the same dice, the same healing dice.
1d8.
as the other one. No, this one. You remember? Did I not give you that information?
Wait, is it the 44 plus 4 or?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me roll.
I mean, you're giving it to me. You can roll it.
Try that. There you go.
All right.
Fancy.
All right. So you managed to drink the potion over the screams, and you start to feel like much better. It's like somebody like just like you lay down in a tub of what's that stuff? The aloe? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm like, did it work?
Magnesium?
Did it work?
Yes.
Yay! And I'm gonna dance around in a circle because I made that, and I was like, hoping it would work.
Don't fall off.
My first potion that worked.
The mad scientist was born.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take another couple of steps forward.
All right. So you take a few more steps forward, and nothing happens.
Okay. I guess I'll take my shield out too. And I'll push up against the wall because I don't want to get pushed in the acid.
As the wall like kicks you out, like
I was say panel slides down, stone fist pops out.
Yeah.
oh man, what would have been perfect had I thought about it? Maybe the next one. Like if the platforms actually turned angle and you guys slid into the pool of acid.
That would have been
Next time.
pretty awful. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Next
we're
time.
just gonna keep going forward.
We're gonna have teleport spells in this one.
All right. So you're like inching across the wall now, and nothing is happening. Like there's nothing changing. And Mina and Baelfire, you see Rogar is like inching his way down.
I'm
keep
gonna go
going
follow him
until-
on that side.
So you're gonna hop back across to that side.
I'm going to walk back across to that side.
Oh, yeah.
So I keep going until I make it or something happens.
Okay. I'll go ahead and save you the trouble. You can make it all the way across.
Yeah.
Oh, good shit.
Yay!
I mean, good job. I mean, I guess I'll follow them at that point.
Yeah, Baelfire's gonna go back that way and move across.
Stay against the wall.
He just jumped across the pool of acid. I saw that.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, does it not show you when I drag it?
I'm joking. No, it does like an immediate thing.
Oh.
Oh,
How do
I
you
dragged
do
it
it
all the way
to-
back over there and then let go of it.
How do you do it to move then, so you see them moving?
It's some weird thing I forget. Is you get to hold Alt? I don't remember.
I'll try Alt. Let's see what happens.
Alt does it to where you don't like you're not bound by the grid.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Alt does it to where it's like
I'm in the middle of 4 squares.
yeah, see, there you go.
No way.
Okay, so you guys get to this this massive wooden door, and like I said, it's lined with metal, and it has a design of a silver dragon. Actually, two that kind of go up and meet in the middle. The door itself is probably about 15 foot high. No, sorry, 20 foot high, 20 foot wide. So 2 doors, 10 and 10.
Okay, so I'm gonna look to see if there's anything unusual other than the sheer size of the door.
Give me an investigation check.
So like, what do the door handles look like? Are there anything that look like they're attached to the doors?
There's a rope attached. No, I'm joking.
There is a rope attached to it.
I'm gonna look for anything that looks trappish. Not that I would know.
There's a sticky note on the handle that says "Not a trap."
Perfect.
Ooh,
This door is safe.
Yes. Okay, so Rogar, you start looking over this door, and you're having no luck whatsoever. Mina just kind of like
Finally.
pushes you out of the way, and she starts investigating this door. And the handles are they're made out of metal. You start looking around. There are like keyholes, but the door is locked. So, and there's no like, it doesn't look like there's light coming through the other side. So, or like you would be able to peek through the other side, even through like the cracks or anything.
I'm gonna put my ear to the door and see if I can hear anything.
Okay, give me a perception. 18. That's a pretty damn good roll. You think that you hear a slight breathing sound.
There might be something breathing on the other side of this door.
Okay.
And I put my finger to my lips. Be quiet.
I'll message you. We can just hear your thoughts.
You're gonna
Still, be quiet.
He still hasn't
Alright.
gotten used to that.
This is witchcraft. This is weird. Okay, so I'm gonna gently. So I try to handle, and it's locked.
Sorry, I'm trying to see. Somebody bought a healing potion, but I'm trying to see who it is for. Griffin redeemed a healing potion. Who's it for? Come on, Griffin. He wants to give it to somebody. Probably Mina. Or actually, yeah, she needs it the worst. Let's see what he says.
I have a bad habit of walking out in front of things that are going to kill me. Apparently.
Or teleporting in front of them.
Oh, it says for the party in general. So whoever wants to use it, you. tuck in
Mina,
the
how's
wall.
your health at?
Should be somebody that can't heal anything. So either Mina or Arkin should get it.
I'm at 10 out of 29.
I haven't taken
Okay,
damage
you
this
should take
entire
it.
excursion. Yeah.
Mina, you take it.
Okay. I will put it in my bag. Replenish the one I used.
You don't want to actually use it.
So I was to say, I feel like you should use it right now.
Okay.
It does make
She's
sense tactically to give it to Mina because she can teleport
The-
to someone you need.
The way I see Mina's character is she's kind of like a hoarder.
She totally is.
And Baelfire's not.
Okay.
Not as much
Cool.
as Mina. Mina like she picked up mushrooms and stuff. Oh.
I took the horn of the Minotaur. Oh, nice.
So
Thank you.
I just got a monsters can crit too.
Oh, nice.
No.
We'll be using those healing potions. Thank you for the healing potion. Awesome. Yay. I'm slightly less dead.
Okay, so Rogar, you heard this breathing. You informed the party about it, and at this point, you guys are kind of staring at one another.
So if I gently try and open the door, it is locked. I think you said it was locked.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Does anybody know how to pick a lock?
Nope.
Will.
Do I have anything useful?
I have some small bones from Tilly. I could try and use those to pick the lock.
Does this look? Do they look like a skeleton key lock, or does this look like some sort of fancy, crazy lock?
Are you like a locksmith?
No, but I mean, like I know what a lock, a standard lock looks
Yeah.
like.
It looks like it's a step above like a standard lock.
Okay.
Is there a specific like shape or something in it, or?
What if we break the lock?
I can shatter it.
Rogar, you tried to push on the door, right? So you push on the door and you let go of the door, and you hear this voice, and it says, "Who are you?" Nobody else heard that, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone looking for wisdom.
What do you want?
To right the wrongs of this world and to prepare it for a world to come.
Then leave this place.
Is that sort of like cause and effect statement? I don't say that out loud. We just need some answers. We're trying to save your brothers.
My brothers. What do you know about them?
They're trapped. They're trapped across the sea, and we can save them.
What wisdom do you want from this place?
Well, we would like to know a way to make peace with them and to ensure that they will help us and not harm us.
You will not find that here.
Can they? Am I talking out loud, or is this brain talking?
In your head. Mina, actually, you three can see that Rogar is like he's focused on something, but he's not talking. But you've seen this look before.
What do you mean I've seen this before?
Mina has. Sorry,
Okay.
Mina has, because she likes to play in people's heads.
I don't.
Oh, funk though.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be listening in.
And you
Hey,
actually,
what's up?
you actually can. What's up? I'm
Well,
sorry.
Wait, I can't I do that too? I have the same ability she does, and more actually mentally.
Yep.
Sorry, this is only a three-way call.
I can first.
Can I use my message cantrip to join as well?
No, message doesn't work. It's not telepathy.
Messages.
It's
That's a one-way. I'm sorry. It's like a two-way street, whereas they're on a highway. Is the way I look at it.
Okay.
So you guys, you pick up half of the conversation.
Okay.
So they can only hear what I'm saying or
Yep.
thinking.
Oh, they can hear the voice too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the last thing you said was I can't find it here or won't find it here.
Correct.
We've seen something that can help us. We know it's here.
Well, tell me what it is.
It's a magical artifact, something very powerful.
The rod of dragon control. I interject, annoyed.
That's a very straightforward answer.
Well, we're having a telepathic conversation. Nothing like being straightforward in your thoughts.
And then nothing else. Then it's like silence.
Help us save them.
You don't get an answer.
Okay. What if we relay the information about the Lich and the 2 portals and all that mess?
Is that what you want to do?
Yep, I'm gonna relay information. Way more information than I probably should, but it'll be fun. Just so he knows that it's not dragons we're interested in, it's closing these portals.
We want peace, Kyvult, just like you do.
So the voice comes back and says, "My name's not Kyvult. Who sent you?"
What was his name? Michael?
We didn't get the name of the Lich.
Well, no, the
No,
Lich
Michael.
didn't send us here.
Oh,
Michael
Yeah.
sent us, or Violet. But Rogar only heard about it in passing.
Lies.
lies? Well, I don't know I didn't meet Michael or Violet. I just knew that I was on this like weird quest with these
Wait,
people that
Re-
ran
Well,
Rogar,
Yeah.
Baelfire's the only one that met Michael,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
So-
Baelfire's on the conversation.
Or Malena. ultimately. It's the one that sent me here. Do you know who she is?
You don't get an answer.
All right. Can I hear this conversation or no? Is my question.
Yeah, no, you heard it.
Yeah. You're
All right. Detect thoughts. We're going for it. I'm tired of this man playing cute little games with me.
Okay, so detect thoughts. Don't you have to have... Is it... Let's see... Thoughts of certain creatures. Don't you have to see them?
Yeah, to see it.
I have to see them.
Yep.
Oh,
Creature
damn.
that you can
Dang.
see within 30 feet of you.
Oh, curse doors, my only weakness.
Don't you have a dimension store?
I don't want to teleport in there and then not be able to get out.
I can get in, but can't get out.
I can only use it once a day. So.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You have no interest in protecting and saving your brothers. You have no interest in peace. Why are you here?
You don't get an answer.
Balls.
Well, what kind of offerings do you usually take?
Is that... Okay, so you're going to ask it?
I asked it in character, yes.
You have nothing
I leave.
to offer me.
I leave.
Okay, bye.
I'm not talking to this dude no more. He has nothing I can tell. I told. Hold on. I need to get past this thing really fast. So I'm gonna
Baelfire.
take out a
No, go for it.
I'm gonna take out a ration. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna chew it. And I'm gonna take the paste I make with my mouth. I'm gonna put it over the eyes of the statue.
Okay.
Does it stop?
Yeah, as long as you cover up the eyes.
All right, go. I leave.
All right. So you head back to the village.
Yeah, I need to go talk to someone.
All right. So you're doing that. Rogar. I'm sorry, Rogar, Baelfire, or Mina. What are you guys doing? As Arkin leaves you guys.
I'm trying to remember what the people I first talked to said about Michael and the quest to the search for the scepter.
You could just ask Baelfire.
Oh yeah, I can. That's a good point. I'm trying to remember. So what's the deal with Violet and Michael, and why are we searching for the scepter again?
Well, Violet and Michael is the same person. Michael
Okay.
used to be part of the Lyceum before they got taken over by the Mind Flare. And when that happened, Michael stole the Water Dragon control and hid it. And was actually friends with some of the dragons. And then he basically became Violet to hide from the Lyceum. And he brought myself and the others that are no longer with us together to help us in case anything ever happened to him, and give us clues to find this in case we ever needed to get it to help the world, in case anything ever happened to him.
Metagaming, because Rogar doesn't know anything, but we got like a ton of shit from Michael, and one of them is supposed to be the key. Can we please look through that stuff?
Should be until it's bag of holding.
You're saying all that out loud to Mina, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah.
You hear the door click, like it unlocks.
Oh. I
think that's for
Baelfire
you.
goes to
push
open it.
shit open, yeah.
Baelfire will go and open it.
You're just gonna like just open it up, like
No, it's not gonna be that
Gentle.
thing.
Here's
It's gonna be very
Baelfire.
Gentle. Push.
It's just gonna be a
Don't wanna go like full
not
Monty.
fast, not slow.
Okay, so you open it up, and let me remove the dynamic lighting, so you can see. Do this. Where? Oh no, I can't get it. Okay. All right. So the the room opens up. Now, I actually didn't even think about this until just now, but I'm going to let it slide anyway. Mina, you're a human, correct?
Half elf.
Half elf. Rogar doesn't have dark vision. That's the one that doesn't have dark vision.
I can cast light though.
Now, you're good. We're going to say that you had it prior to that. Now, as soon as the door like cracks open, you guys can see that. Let me I'm going to move this map a little bit. The room opens up into a very, very like much larger room, and then on the other side of it, you can see a vague shape. And as you get closer, hold on before you run in, Baelfire. That's what.
Well, you said we walked in, so I'm assuming we walked into the room.
Past the door. Sorry. There's actually a figure standing in the middle of the room, but behind this figure, you can see up against the wall that there is a what you first thought to be a large dragon, actually turns out to be a statue of a dragon, and just to move out into the middle of the room so it lights up. You guys can move out there.
I still can't see it.
Still
Okay,
can't
there
see
it
it.
is.
Wow.
There you go.
It really is that far out. All right. So, but at the moment, you guys are still beside the door. But standing in the middle of the room it's actually a female dragonborn, silver dragonborn, and she's dressed in an old, dirty tunic, and in one hand she's holding a war pick, and in the other a shield. But she's in a non-hostile stance. So as you guys walk in, you see her, you see the dragon behind her, and like I said, it's this big, massive statue, and it's made of this white marble. Almost like I say white marble, it gives it a silvery appearance. So you're thinking this is an actual statue of Kyvult. Now, one of the other things that you start to see is that there are these murals on the sides of the walls. But we can get to that in a second, because you guys see her, and she's just standing there looking at you.
I nod my head and say, "Thank you for letting us in."
And she begins to speak, but it's in a completely different voice this time. There's no way I can do a female dragonborn.
I kind of want to hear an attempt.
It'd be entertaining.
Wow, how would a female dragonborn go?
It may not sound that different from a male. Just
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
dragon is the dragon.
All right, so she starts to speak. I'm just going to use the same voice she used that before, but it's more like feminine. But she says, "Tell me about Michael."
Oh, you Baelfire.
Sorry.
Oh gosh, what
Nice.
just got posted?
Somebody said Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire. Doubtfire.
Oh my gosh, Miss Baelfire. That's a great movie.
Yes, that's her question to you.
Okay, so Baelfire would just kind of start to talk about, when he. My phone's charging, and every now and then I accidentally catch the cord and just pulls the camera away.
Good job.
Sorry, that's everything. So Baelfire starts to just talk about. Really, he starts to describe Violet at first, because that was what he knew of Michael was from Violet, who ended up being Michael. But just the generosity and kindness of the person he was, and the respect he had for other people, and wanting to help people and make the world a better place.
Now, one of the things about this, as you get closer to her, you can tell that she is an aged dragonborn. So, like, she's been through some stuff. Let's put it that way. So when you start talking about Michael, or actually Violet, she gets a slight smirk on her face, and kind of like nods, and then she asks, "Where is Michael now?"
I tell her the unfortunate story of how our quest began and how Michael had been training me, and then we had been meeting by my home in the woods, and then Michael kind of stopped showing up. So after a little bit, I went to find Michael and Violet, and came across her house, where I discovered the letter that Michael had left for us, and not who Michael really was. That the Lyceum and goblins, I think, did we ever figure out if it was the Lyceum or the goblins that killed Michael?
Well, actually, if you well, actually, nobody can go back and listen to episode 1, unfortunately. The way it was described was that there was some sort of you can almost tell that it was like a magical battle, because there was all these seer marks and different markings on the wall from energies blasting up against it. So you would assume that it was some kind of arcane battle.
Okay, so I tell her about that, and then how all these goblins just started showing up attacking us. And so we had taken the letter Michael had left us and the items and skills he had given us, and set off on an adventure and quest, really, to find this rod and take down the Lyceum. And then how we found out the Lyceum had been taken over by Mind Flare, and how my fellow friends who Michael trained had slowly died off, and how I'm the only survivor of that group, but how this new group of people have slowly kind of joined in, kind of for their own reasons, but still good reasons, to help this world and get rid of the Mind Flare and its evil, and save the dragons.
Gotcha. And when you start telling her all of this, and when you told her about Michael's demise, right?
Yes.
So when you tell her that, you can see like this sadness just wash across her face, and her hands start to tremble, and she kind of like her shoulders slump down, like she's clearly upset about this. And she looks at you and says, "Hey, you're in the right place. If Michael sent you, you made it this far. So it's yours to complete." And she starts to turn towards the door, and starts to walk towards it. All the while, she actually drops her war pick on the ground. And she kind of starts to like slowly walk towards the door.
Which door?
The door that you guys are at, actually.
Okay.
Passes right past.
I put my, I think I actually still have my shield out. I put my shield away and just start to follow her in silence.
You're gonna follow her outside?
Yeah.
When she walks by me, I'm gonna bow ever so slightly, because
All right.
she's the matriarch.
Mina, what are you gonna do?
I'll just take a step back.
Okay, just move out of her way.
Mm-hmm.
She's a fairly large dragonborn too. I mean, she stands about 6'5", 6'6". Just like very. While she is a dragonborn, she's very wild looking. But it looks like the years have kind of like washed that away to her. We can hear Arkin's conversation.
Talking with the dragon.
Yeah, he's talking with his dragon. Nice. He's talking to the Yuan-Ti out in the village. So she's got this very like wild look to her, but now it's like overrun with sadness as she is clearly leaving this place. But when she gets to Baelfire and you turn around, like she goes to walk past you and she looks at you and says, "Where did you bury him?" Please tell me you buried him.
I tell her that the house had gotten set aflame.
I think we did bury him though.
Yeah, you guys did.
And
I believe it was Carsey that took his body, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Well, we buried him right by that creek.
Yeah.
And so I told her how the house got set fire, and we fled with Michael's body and buried it a small distance away from it by a creek in the woods.
Okay. So she, like I said, then she turns and starts to head out of the temple.
Is there any body language that says that we should follow?
No, like she's basically, once she got the news of what happened to Michael, let me back up for a second. I'm gonna dive into this a little bit deeper. Before she leaves, she says that you knew Michael well. And she says that she had joined him on several adventures, one of which was stealing the Rod of Dragon Control from the Lyceum and bringing it here. But she tells you that getting to it is now your responsibility, and protecting it is now your responsibility.
The Rod of Dragon Control?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Getting to it.
Is it in this temple?
And she just kind of nods, and then she starts to make her way.
Okay.
I step out of the way so she can leave.
Okay. I was hoping you guys would fight her.
Well, you know how I am when you throw out that big monster. I just kind of look it in the eye, and it turns around and goes the other way.
Oh no, she wouldn't run.
I tell her farewell in Draconic, and yeah, like I said, bow slightly as she walks past.
Okay. So she leaves, and you guys kind of collect your thoughts. Arkin, you've managed to make your way back out to the temple, or I'm sorry, to the village, and about that time, there's some commotion going on.
Uh-oh.
And I'm sorry. As you get there, you're walking up to a group of Yuan-Ti, and they're looking at something behind you.
Okay, I turn around.
You turn around and you see walking out of the that dragon head and walking down the stairs. You see a female silver dragonborn walking down, and people are starting to walk towards her, and then they get about 30 feet away from him, and they kind of all like fall to the ground, as to not necessarily worship her, but to I guess praise would be a good word. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So at this point, what would you like to do? There's no signs of Baelfire, Rogar, or Mina.
Alright, so I'm just gonna imagine they're not dead. You know, that lady really just wiped them out, and I'm not gonna deal with that if that's the case. I'm gonna go back to where we were sleeping,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna wait an hour and then
Okay.
get my familiar back, because until I'm assuming they kind of finished their job, so what I was gonna do was now kind of not worth my while at this point. I was just gonna get more people to come help us.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys can roam around this room if you want and get a better feel of it. And as you go, I'm going to describe a few things.
Can I turn off my camera for a second? Or will it fuck up? Will it screw up everything?
Sure, no, you're good.
I need to eat food because I have not eaten food all day.
Make sure you turn your mic off too.
Eh.
Oh man. Sorry. Okay, so as like okay, when you walk into the room, and I mean I wish I could do that, but I don't want to screw this up. Baelfire, I'm gonna move you.
Oh, where are you moving to?
I'm going to first off, I'm going to move you guys around here so it lights up the map a little bit, but you guys can't see it, can you? But people viewing can. All right. I'm gonna put you there, and Mina, you're gonna go into this room. All right. And I'm going to move it
I'm in a
around.
tiny empty room.
What's that?
I'm in a tiny empty room.
Bless you.
Thank you.
There it is.
All right. Oh man, my map is horrible. Wow. Zooming out really bad. This does not cooperate well with me. Yes.
Couldn't could you just like turn off the darkness?
No, I cannot, because that was going to reveal everything else.
Oh, okay. So there's more that we can't see in here.
There's another set of doors.
Gotcha.
All
You
right.
sure you don't want to just turn off the darkness?
This guy. Okay, so where Baelfire is off to the right from the doors that you guys came in, there are, first off, there's these murals that line the wall, but they are specific to each section. For instance, the one that Baelfire is in front of, there's actually two there. The first one is a red dragon, and it's made of like these ruby shards. So it kind of looks like glass, kind of like a stained glass type thing. And then next to that is a blue dragon made of these sapphires. Where Rogar is, there is one of a copper dragon made out of copper bits, so it looks more metallic. And then there's a bronze dragon, and that is made out of bronze bits as well. So you got one made out of copper bits, one made out of bronze bits. And if you move out a little bit to the next set of walls, but before this little 5-foot platform and before the stairs, you'll find a green dragon made out of these emerald shards, and then another one made out of diamond shards that takes the shape of a white dragon. And then beside those, there is one made out of, in the form of a gold dragon, and then help me out here. What's the fifth chromatic or metallic dragon?
Blue.
No, metallic. I already said blue. That's
Oh,
chromatic. There's
There's
Bronze?
brass, gold, bronze, silver, platinum.
no. It's not platinum. There's gold, silver, copper, bronze. What then?
Chrome?
No.
Brass, bronze, gold, iron, mercury. There's too many choices
There's
here.
another metallic dragon. And
Are you
I can't-
sure?
There's 5 main metallic dragons and 5 main chromatic dragons, and I cannot for the life of me remember the 5th one.
Brass?
Bronze, copper, gold, and
Iron?
Brass, bronze, copper, gold, silver, adamant. Wait,
No,
what?
it's not that one.
Mercury?
Cobalt, mercury.
That's
Pl-
5
platinum?
Maybe it
brass,
is
Copper and
Is it not
bronze are
brass?
different.
silver.
Copper and bronze
Makes
are two
5.
different
bronze,
things.
silver, gold, copper, and platinum. It's not platinum though. It's
No.
not.
Is it not brass?
It might
Brass?
be brass. It might be brass.
Copper, gold, and silver.
I think
makes
it's
5.
brass.
Yeah.
Let's go with brass. It's not. The reason I say it's not platinum because I think the silver one represents like. But yes, that is correct. Bahamut was the platinum. Like he was known as the platinum dragon. But I believe Bahamut was a silver dragon.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna call it a brass dragon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 2 more. And then in the room that Mina is in, there are 2 in that one as well. There is a mural of a silver dragon, and then there's a mural. what would the silver? I guess silver would be made out of kind of like shiny silver bits. Sure, why not? And then there's the mural of a black dragon that's made out of shards of obsidian.
Ooh. What are they doing in their murals?
They are. It's like they're just kind of. It's almost like they're posing. They're not fighting. They're not doing anything like that. It's kind of like just a like an admiration. Like the artist admired all these dragons when he designed all of these.
Is there anything else interesting in the room?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Oh, you did already. Oh wow.
Yay.
Where are you investigating at, Rogar?
Uh,
All over the place. Sure, why not? It's a natural 20. All right, so you start looking around, and you're looking at all these murals, and you're investigating all these murals. But something seems out of place with the black dragon. There's actually a piece missing. Like out of all the other ones, they're in pristine condition, but the black dragon is actually missing a piece.
Wait, I have an onyx ring that was given to me by Violet/Michael.
Okay.
What piece is missing for the dragon?
Like where is it at?
Yeah, is it like the head, or like on the breast, or?
It's actually it's on its leg, its hind leg, like around the joint, like the thigh, like the hip.
Is it like a really like big piece, or like a little divot?
It's about dagger sized.
Oh, so it's big.
Wait, what else?
I look on the ground and there's nothing. There's no obsidian.
What about a shard of obsidian?
There's no pieces on the ground.
Didn't they have a shard of obsidian? Is like in the bag.
That's what I'm saying. Like I have a shard of obsidian.
Well, bring it on over.
Okay. I bring it over.
Prime example of metagaming.
I mean, basically, yeah. I tell them that the thing is.
I know. I'm just.
missing.
I thought we were all brainstorming aloud. I'm sorry.
No, but okay. So you bring the shard of obsidian over, and it looks like it could fit.
Take it and push it in.
Right. You push it in, and off in the distance in another room, you hear the grinding of stone.
Great.
Well, I take my shield out and I walk over. So is it on the left or right, or behind the dragon statue?
It's coming from the right of a dragon statue from that other room that you guys never went into.
This one. Right.
Which one?
That is the one.
All right. Who do I see?
Right. So these huge stone doors are rolling out of the way as you walk in there, and it opens up into a large chamber. And this one is going to be.
Are we allowed to move our characters now? Or are we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
showing-
No, go ahead. Sorry, my apologies. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta move the dynamic lighting.
Okay.
All right. Boom. Okay, so it opens up into a much larger chamber. And what I'm going to do here is I am actually going to remove dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
All right, so it opens up into this chamber.
Oh, hey, I found your character.
What is this little fellow?
Yeah, that was a character that I was going to use. But it doesn't look dragon. It's, I don't know. It looks
Yeah.
weird. It looks weird. Okay, so it opens up into this chamber, and the first thing you see is in the middle of this, these stairs, is this treasure hoard. There's many different chests and all the kinds of different coins and metals and stuff mixed into this. So clearly this is Kyvult's treasure room. Now, the crappy thing is you have all this gold and silver now, but it doesn't really have value. So it's like Arkin's worst nightmare.
Is there any steel?
I mean, there might be some steel in there, mixed
So
in
is that-
here and there.
a dragon corpse, or is that a?
I'm glad you asked. You like once you get like your eyes go over all the treasure in the center of this room, you look and up on top about goes up about 30 feet. You see this solid statue made of a silver dragon and is made out of silver.
Okay.
So this is probably clearly this would be Kyvult as well. Whereas one was made out of stone, this one is made out of pure silver.
Okay, so we gotta go find this rod.
Okay.
Should we search?
Yes. But treasure rooms. Okay. I'm gonna just take a cursory look at the floor and make sure that I'm not gonna like fall into a pitfall or something.
Hit of acid.
Yeah.
Again.
Because wait, what was the movie where it set up like Treasure Planet? Like you set the things off and everything starts falling into the ground.
Yeah, that's Treasure Planet. Good movie.
All right, so give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm rolling a lot of 20s.
I was
most of them are on the wrong side of the thing.
I see nothing. It's clear.
Yeah, I mean, you guys look around and it looks clear.
All right, I walk forward. Unless Baelfire
Is it
sees
clear?
something.
You look around and you don't see anything that resembles a trap.
All right.
Or anything that would be a trigger to a trap.
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna start looking
Go
for the.
investigate the statue first. If I can get around without.
Is this like
Getting
armor and
sound.
stuff right here? Like, is this like assortment of items?
Don't dig too deep into what the pictures look like.
Okay.
Go off of the descriptions that I give you. You could start what's that?
Sorry. I'll go and look into the chests.
All right. So you start going over there and doing all this. Now, remember, keep in mind that this stuff has been here untouched for many, many years. So it's covered in like a layer of dust and all this stuff. And it's like the treasure chest, you go to pop open like the hatch and it kind of like falls off the hinges because this wood is kind of dry rotted. So you start going through all of that stuff. Rogar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like look over the pile for the dragon rod, but I'm mostly just looking around the room.
All right. You do see some long metal looking objects, like that could be maces and swords and stuff like that. Give me a quick investigation check. Yep. Nope. Nothing that resembles the rod. And then Mina, you make your way over to this silver statue, and you're just going to inspect it.
Yep. I want to see if there's anything, because I'm not sure that they'd be hiding a fancy dragon rod in a pile of treasure, but I don't think I see anything.
I mean, you start looking at the statue and you're like enamored with it because it's this huge, like beautiful looking silver statue. Silver dragon.
Mina sees something shiny. It might have as well been a mushroom.
And it's very, very detailed. It's almost like they made a mold of the silver dragon.
Weird.
So yeah, it's like I said, it's very, very detailed. It's like almost like it truly does look lifelike. As the statue comes alive. No, I'm just trying to get it like.
Let's do a Arcana check.
Okay, so you guys start looking this over, but you don't. You haven't found the rod yet.
What was in the chests?
Gold and gems.
Is there anything down here?
Actually, those platforms, as you go up, they are empty.
Okay, both of them, top and bottom.
Yes.
I'll take the gems and start searching through like the pile in the middle.
All right, just gonna start digging through it.
Yep, I'm gonna look for swords, shields, rods, bows, arrows.
All right, give me an investigation check.
I forget. Do I still have a D4?
Sure, you can have one.
Here you go.
Assist me. Nice.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna need to use it on this one.
Use it. Get a 25 or a 26.
Yep.
And DC's a 30. No, I'm joking.
26.
All right, so you're going through this, man. You're like digging into it, and you're like got your head all in it, but you don't see anything that would resemble a magical rod.
Okay. Did I find any swords, shields, bows, or arrows?
You were looking for a rod.
Yeah, it's a different roll.
He was really looking for a rod.
I said swords, shields, rods, bows.
One at a time. So you don't find the rod. Okay. Rogar, you're up there with Mina. Mina's just kind of like, it's almost like she's drooling looking at this silver statue.
Am I just dead? Or can I just?
Mushrooms and metal.
Would you like to just come back in?
No, I would like to go talk to the lady again. Those who walked out the thing.
Oh, well, it's been an hour, right?
Even if it kills, I can just stop midway because I just had an idea.
Sorry, too late.
I don't get stuck in a thing in a ritual. I just break my concentration.
You had already went, and you already done that, and by that time,
I cast out.
she
No, I'm
walked
just
off.
kidding. She walked off. Okay, then I go. Okay, then I walk. Can I go outside?
Sure, you walk outside.
All right, I'm gonna ask someone. Where did she go?
They tell you that she went deeper in towards the island.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. All right, I need to go talk to you guys. I need to go talk to you guys as priestess or your leader.
Okay, so you find her kind of. She's actually in the middle of the people that were kind of praising the Dragonborn.
They just stood there the entire time even after she left.
No, they've kind of like they started getting up now, and they're kind of talking amongst themselves.
Right. I ask her, do you know anything about this rod of dragon control?
She tells you no, she does not.
What do you know about this temple?
She tells you that it was a temple for Kyvult, that he was this great, powerful silver dragon, and that was him that just left.
That was a she, but I don't say that out loud. Do you guys have any boats?
They have what?
Boats.
Boats? They said they have like small canoe type, like hollowed out logs.
That's not going to help at all. So tell me about the people who have been giving you trouble on this island.
Wait, say that one more time.
Tell me about the people who have been giving you trouble on this island.
The jaguar folk?
Yeah.
She said they're nasty. They're these cat-like folk that are very like shady and the kind of people that you don't want to cross paths with in a dark in a dark forest. She says they're carnivores, so they like to eat us.
Okay.
Not saying that these are vegetarian, Yuan-Ti. I'm just
Go back to the main party for a second. I gotta think about something now.
Okay. So can I look at the statue too?
Sure.
Oh, that wasn't me, but it's a good roll. I'll take it if you.
Well, I was being rolling
No, I don't see anything.
to search for a bow.
Hey, Rogar.
Yeah.
Do you remember I told you at the beginning of the stream that you had something?
What?
That face looks like a no.
Do.
Here for night 20!
Oh, I thought they were only for hits.
You can
Like
use that
anything.
20 for anything.
Anything?
Yeah. Anything that requires a roll, you can use that dice for.
Oh, well, yeah. Sure. And watch it be nothing. There's nothing. You just wanted me to not have a 20.
Yeah, maybe use your 20. So you start searching over the statue, and I'm going to take your 20 away now. I have to find it. You actually find that one of the scales is actually some kind of button. And what do you want to do?
I like pushing buttons.
Okay. So the statue winks at you, and no, actually, when you do that, the underbelly of it, kind of like a small section, pops open.
Well, time to go into the belly of the beast.
I like that. You gonna like crawl up there?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I'll take a light, kind of like peek under, see what's up there.
You actually you don't even go far because the hatch that came down, you look up inside of it, and it truly is solid silver, but it looks like somebody had carved out like this little secret holdout, or like a little, what the hell, compartment. There we go. It's after 9 o'clock. Nope, almost. That's my excuse. And you can see, like, up inside of it is this rod. Clearly, this is the rod that you're looking for, because on one end of it is a dragon head. And as you shine your light over it, it kind of changes colors between all the different colors of the dragons, like the main 10 types of dragons. So on one side there's a dragon head, and then it kind of slithers down, and it looks like there's these wings that like there's a hand grip, and there's these wings that kind of fold over it, and then it keeps going down to the tail off at the end, and it's about it's probably about 3 feet long, 2.5, 3 feet long.
Okay. I grab it.
And the world ends.
Yeah. Yay. The dragon comes to life now.
Come over and
So,
sleep.
so you grab it and you pluck it out of there, and nothing happens outside of you taking it out.
Yeah, I hold it very firmly, give it a good look over, and look at Mina, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this thing.
Can I like inspect it? Trying to see how I can see how it works or whatever.
You can
Arcana check.
do an Arcana check, but Arcana checks aren't going to give you
A lot of information.
Yeah, it's going to tell you that, okay, so it gives you like kind of like this sense that it is magical, especially this particular one radiates with very powerful magic.
That was a mistake. Ignore
He
that.
shoots it.
He shoots the priestess, and all of a sudden everybody's fighting Yuan-Ti.
I was trying to click on the cog to see everything.
But it doesn't, like, Arcana checks don't give you command words or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, so does it say anything on it?
No, there's no like markings on it or anything like that.
Would a
Okay.
religion
Think I have-
check tell me anything? Probably not.
No, not a religion check.
Well, I have item lore, so I don't know if we want to do it here because it's gonna take an hour. But it's like kind of like an identify.
I mean, honestly, this is probably one of the safest places in the world right now.
Well, if you guys want to, I will sit here. And
I'll
do
keep
item
exploring
lore.
the treasure while you do that.
Let's detect thoughts. Oh wait, what the hell?
Item lore.
Oh, somehow it didn't pop up on my screen. I was still stuck on Arcans.
Oh.
All right, 3 side points. You carefully study an item. If you concentrate for this option's full duration while remaining within 5 feet of the item, you can gain the benefits of an identify spell. So it's essentially identify. Oh, you even put it in parentheses, like identify.
Yeah, so I can find it easier.
Fair enough. Okay, so you do this, and essentially, this particular object, and this is the confusing part to you. It tells you that dragons and dragon types that you can see within 30 feet kind of come under this suggestion spell whenever the command word is spoken. And then the command word is in Draconic. I don't know. Give me a command word. Let's be creative here. What's a good command word?
Command.
Okay, yeah. Command in Draconic.
So
What about
command-
yield?
I like yield. Yield's a good word.
Yield, because it's like yield to me,
For
yield to
obey.
me, yield to my will.
Obey would be a
Cower.
good one. I think cower would just make people mad.
Yeah.
I feel like yield in Draconic.
Or
Bend the
friend.
knee.
What about friend?
Nah, because it's not really friending them. You're really controlling them.
Right, but they think you're your friend, basically. I don't know.
But
No, they don't, because they get really angry at you once they lose control.
Yeah. I like yield. Yield's cool.
But here's the thing. What's confusing to you is that the last wielder of this that used it during the Dragon Onslaught clearly didn't have make use of just 30 feet.
Right.
They had control of all the dragons.
It is a mind player lich singing of the jig.
Yeah, who was clearly a
Weren't
smoker.
there 2 orbs at the... Wait, I can't list any options about it because I don't technically know about the rod yet.
Yeah, I'm
mean, if
going
you can-
to explain this to Rogar since he's next to me. What I've gotten out of it. What did we decide was the command word?
Yield.
Yield. In
Yield.
Draconic.
Okay, in Draconic.
This wouldn't affect me, would it? That'd be awkward.
Well, let's try it.
I look at you and I take the rod.
Like, Mina, do you know
Not.
Draconic?
No, not without using a spell. Which I did because I had to talk to the... I'll try it. It'll be fun.
So you're gonna hold it out to towards Rogar and say it.
Where
Yep.
the Melena, if you make
Yes.
me do something.
Okay, so you say the
I'm
command
not going to
word.
make you do anything. It's too bad.
Make a dance.
Give me a wisdom save.
Me?
No, Rogar.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Ooh.
Shit.
so you say yield in Draconic, and it's almost like he gets he kind of loses not control, but he just goes limp, and he's kind of just staring at you,
And I tell him to sit.
and he sits.
I give it back to him. I'm like, it works.
Well, so does it end as soon as she takes her hand off of it?
There is another command word.
Oh, fudge sickles. Do I have to spend more time
To
examining
end it, well, we'll just say, yeah, no, you learned it, and
Be free.
no, that's weird.
What? I mean, you yield to the will, now you're free of the will.
Please.
Yeah, I like release.
Release?
There we go.
Release would be good. Okay, so I use release and then give it back to him.
And I just see myself sitting on the ground
Oh man.
I
that's
say,
creepy.
it works. Just happy.
Rogar is not happy.
Well, you've got it now, so
I
the
do
words
have
are
it.
Release.
And I sort of want to break it in two. Not that I could if I wanted to. But anyways.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we'll give it to the, former Dragonborn.
yes,
Interesting that you're in like the body of a human, and you're still
elf,
considered a dragon.
actually.
Body of an elf, and you're still considered a dragonborn to this magical item.
Yes,
Fascinating.
The soul thing.
I
am a dragonborn soul.
Interesting.
So
So
I guess while they're doing this, Baelfire's been looking for a bow.
You do not find a bow.
Well, we should go because we found it, and we've got an army of demons to hide
Spider
through.
way through it. Yep. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up in cloth.
Okay.
And tie it around my back.
Take it away. Do you want to give it to Baelfire?
No.
The bag of holding.
No, I'm going to hang on to this thing.
Because it can control him.
Yeah.
Baelfire doesn't know the command words though.
That's true.
That's true.
All right.
Shall we?
problem.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
So
We found it. Let's go.
Sorry, Rogar and Mina just skipped a little. Here we go, and they start heading out. And Baelfire, you're there, like searching through all this stuff. You do manage to find some swords and stuff, so you could probably use those for currency. But you don't find a bow.
Cool. Can I have a sword?
What about shields?
Tell you what, roll a d20. No, you do not.
Okay.
What kind of dragon horde doesn't have shield on it? Come on.
They all got burnt up when the dragon was getting the treasures and stuff.
Or, they were made out of wood and they just kind of dry rotted away.
That too.
So Baelfire is putting in gems and steel and then the swords into the bag of holding.
If there's a short sword or a rapier, can I have it?
Are there any? Huh?
I was gonna say roll for it real quick. Just roll a d20.
Like if there's a rapier, I'll give you the short sword and take that.
There is no rapier, but there is a short sword.
Okay.
You found a couple of short swords actually.
Okay, I'll give one to. I'll set Effin. I'll give one to Rogar.
Thank you very much.
And then I guess so. Does that mean I obtain one for myself then?
Yes.
All right. And then I guess you'll come up with a number of
gems
and steel and stuff. And I think copper too, because I think copper has a value as well.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna be there for a while if you're digging out copper, and not only that,
no copper.
But the amount of I know you have a bag of holding, but the weight ratio to the amount that you're getting wouldn't be worth it.
Okay, no copper, just gems and steel.
All right. So I'll get that to you. All right. So
and I have that third short sword now. That's nice.
And you guys are leaving the temple.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so you find Arkin kind of standing there in the middle of these Yuan-Ti who are now heading back to their homes.
You have my familiar back now. Hold on.
Well, you said you stopped.
But they decided to wait an hour for her thing, so I would imagine you didn't give me a chance to do anything my hour. And that's what I'd like to do my
yes,
hour.
you have your familiar back.
Awesome.
So now you guys are back together.
Okay. Well.
So to cross the sea.
Here we are.
If we can.
Oh, did you guys find the rod?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go buy some healing potions.
But we have a slight issue.
Which would be...
And I messaged him that Rogar can be controlled by it. So if we lose it, we might have problems.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay. It's not that big of a deal.
It's only Rogar.
I promise. Trick is not losing it. So who's holding on to it?
Rogar has it.
So the Dragonborn who can be controlled by is the one holding it?
Yes.
Okay. I go up to go find a stand that sells healing potions. Where is the potions?
That would have actually. There's nowhere that actually sells them. They would probably try and trade for them.
Well, that's
Wait, sell what?
I need to go make up for lost time since I've been silent the entire session.
You're the one that decided to go into.
You didn't switch back to me ever, so I gotta go do stuff now. Be fast. I'll make this quick. Don't worry.
Okay, so what do you have for trade?
I have words.
Well, I've got some random junk that we could trade. Leave me. Because I'm a hoarder.
I'm listening, Arkin. You have words.
Oh, did I ever meet someone yet? Okay, so I did find a person who has healing potions. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the one that Mina spent the time with.
Didn't mean to roll that 20. All right. All right. So I'll say to her, I look over to her, and what do you value in your society?
Clearly, they would value herbs and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. Anything that you could have forged that they haven't gotten their hands on. Any kind of weaponry that's made out of steel and all that kind of stuff. Because, as you can see, Baelfire traded his axe, and there was no hesitation to it.
Okay. I pulled out a dagger, yeah?
Yep.
I cast minor illusion, and I make it catch on fire.
Your whole body's going to catch on fire?
Just the dagger.
Oh, just...
And I say I have this magical dagger I could trade you. I pull out a second one, and this one I make it like crack with lightning. I got this magical dagger to sell you, and then I pull out the third one, and it can like freeze us a little bit. I'm like, I got this magical dagger to trade you, or you could take my word, and I can say the next time you see me, I can give you 20 pounds of mushrooms.
So, seeing all of this stuff, her eyes widen, and I want you to give me a persuasion check.
Really, at +6, and I get an 11.
Let's see. Let's see how enamored she is with you.
Jeez, nice.
Yeah. Okay, so she points to the fire dagger. She says, "Kitties no like fire."
Oh, okay. How many healing potions will you give me for this dagger?
She says, "All that I have," and she holds out 3.
Okay, cool. I give her the dagger.
All right. So you guys make your exchange, and when you hand her the dagger, the flames go away, and she starts shaking it.
And they say, explain to her. I hold out my hand and I say, you have to attune to it first before you can use its power. Give it to a great warrior, and overnight he will see that it is worth. If the dagger finds him worthy, it will ignite the fire.
And then she kind of like nods her head.
Thank you. All right. Got 3 healing potions. That's good. Okay, I'm happy now.
Hey, Patrick. Real quick, as we left the temple, I was going to close the doors to the treasure hoard and take the obsidian shard back out.
Give me a strength check.
Just straight strength or save?
Strength check. Just a straight strength.
Nice.
So there's entirely no way you can move those doors, because they are solid stone and they had to roll out of the way. However, I will let you take the obsidian shard back.
Okay. And when I take that, do the doors close by chance?
No, it does not.
No. Okay.
Money is completely worthless, dude. Well, not completely, but mostly worthless.
I just wanted to reserve that area for Kyvult.
I'm pretty sure. Well,
Oh, Kyvult.
And-
I thought he said kobold, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, for Kyvult, and also kind of for the Dragonborn lady that was here, because I know she really respects dragons, and I knew she was a friend of Michael's, so I was wanting to like preserve that area for her, kind of in respect for Michael.
No, and I get that, and she would appreciate that. However, it took a lot more to trigger that.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I get that. I was just attempting to do so.
No, I get it. You're good. So you guys head out of the temple, meet up with Arkin, and what would you like to do next?
Well, we had 3 days to get back to the ship before they left us, so we should probably make it to that.
Yeah, we should.
Speaking of which, what does Arkin look like at the moment?
Oh, I'm an African American man in heavy armor.
Gotcha. That's right. You did tell me that. All right. So you guys are gonna traverse back through the jungle.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we'll. Yeah.
I
guess
told Arkin he might want to become that female lady again.
No, I turn invisible.
Yeah, get back on.
Like I got takes. I didn't realize how long invisibility's duration is, but it's a long time. It's an hour.
All right.
we're gonna be on the boat for more than an hour.
It's okay. I'll just turn into a crew member once I get on the boat.
All right, so he turns invisible, and you guys traverse through. Mina, you see a lot of mushrooms and stuff that are just calling your name.
Since I know a recipe with blue ones, I want to pick all the blue ones I can find, without my friends dragging me off.
Give me a quick perception roll
Perception. Okay.
as you're running through.
Perception.
I will actually assist her in this.
And now give me a
Yeah,
D12.
can I give her? I was gonna. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't find any guano yet either, though. 9.
All right, so you managed to pluck up 9 of these mushrooms.
Cool.
Hey, Patrick. I will assist her in finding these, and I believe I get double the resource for foraging in the wilderness.
Too late. She's already found 9.
Okay.
For the bat shit, we can just have Kree turn into a bat or shit.
There you go.
Infinite bat shit.
Interesting.
This is
I don't know if
I don't-
Kree's gonna like that.
I think I missed the part where that came up the first time. I've only been hearing references to it.
There's guano in the recipe to create the antitoxin.
Okay. Yes, that is correct. So you guys make it back to the ship.
That's tight.
Thank you.
Or poison resistance, I guess is what it was called. Yeah, poison resistance. Not quite antitoxin.
No, yeah.
I'm the
it is.
antitoxin.
Yeah, that's
Can't
true.
see.
And to answer to Ark, I don't know. I don't know how he pronounces his name. But he says that Kree is played by Jess, but the stream says it's played by Kiki. Because last week, it was Kiki that played Kree. Jess is the original Kree. However, we didn't have anybody to fill in for her tonight, so it's kind of an empty space, and I forgot to change the name. So, yes, Jess is Kree. Just so you know. Oh, Baelfire just said the same thing.
Aw.
So-
Yeah, I was typing it.
So you guys get back to the boat. The rowboats come out. They meet you. They get back to the ship, and Kerbo is waiting on deck, and he's pacing impatiently because as he sees you get closer, he notices there's only 3 people in the boat. And you guys get back up there, and he looks at Mina and says, "Where's my love?"
She didn't come with us.
What do you mean she didn't come with you?
She's somewhere on the ship. She didn't come with us. She was not on the boat with us when we left.
I saw her. She left with you.
I thought he was somebody else when he,
There's a crew
I
member.
thought- Yeah, he was a crew member when he got on the boat.
and then he disappeared.
No, I thought he changed in because he went to one end of the boat but changed back. Did he not?
grabbed me as he grabbed me as a crew worker. He said, "Why are you going with them?" And I'm
Gotcha.
like, "I don't exist," and I disappeared. And then he questioned his sanity for a second.
That's true. Okay. Yes. As it was the other part. I thought you changed back on the way to the shore. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
So he says, "It's impossible. I didn't see her on the ship."
Oh, as far as I know, it was just the 3 of us who left.
Well, there was a 4th. Or no, was there?
I telepathically communicate to Mina, tell her there was never a 3rd woman. I mean, there's never a 2nd woman. It was all in his head.
This entire time.
Yes.
Now he's going to start questioning himself.
That's the point.
so he looks at you and he says, "Well, did you map out the island? Can I see the map?" I like maps. I'm a captain, you know.
Unfortunately, I'm not the cartographer.
So he looks at Rogar and says,
Rogar is.
"Are you the cartographer?"
I am, but I'm tired. Excuse me.
He's just gonna push by. Well, then I don't know. Man.
I did find these exciting mushrooms, and I show him a blue mushroom.
Oh yes.
So enthusiastic. I'm like, we can make an antitoxin with it, but I need bat guano. Do you have any?
Bat guano? He's like, "But my love, I have to find her."
Oh.
That sucks to be him.
I pull out one of the makeshift arrows that the native gave me. It's like, the natives are really friendly too. I got one of these from them, and I gave him the arrow.
He just like flat out ignores you, and he goes. He starts to walk away, and then he turns back to Mina, and he's like, "Well, if your business is done here, then we'll head back to Leverus."
Is Kree up in the crow's nest?
You don't see Kree.
Where's our
comments
friend?
today. Have you seen the
owl lady?
I thought Rogar left.
I did leave, yeah.
The Aarakocra.
Yeah, owl lady, same thing.
He says, she flew by, but she's on another ship.
Another ship. Interesting.
And because you remember there was 3 ships.
Okay.
Do you guys not remember that?
No.
Mhm.
I was distracted by something, I'm sure.
Are the other 2 ships still here?
Yeah, they're anchored probably about 100, 200 yards apart.
Are we on the right ship?
You're on
Yeah,
the ship
we
with
are.
Kerbo, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him, do you know how far away Kalari is from here?
Kalari is a good ways away. What's your business there? It's a really dangerous place these days.
Yeah. Is there a port nearby or on the way?
So you're asking if there's another
Yes.
town?
Yeah, another town or an island that ships go through. Because we need to get to Kalari.
All right.
See
World
what
map.
he says with that.
World map time. I feel like I said nap time. It's nap time.
It's appropriate.
Wait, this is just Evelyn though.
Yes, that is correct. The world is drawn out somewhere else. Sorry, Eberlon map. Okay, so you guys are currently at the Owl of Serpents down on the southwest. He tells you that the nearest port is actually it's before you get to the Night Glades, which you know, especially Mina, you've heard of this place before. The Night Glades are this huge, like, almost like it seems like an everlasting or ever-going swamp.
Okay.
And yep, that's the one. But he said that there's a city that's just before the Night Glades that is the closest dock to Kalari, or
Okay.
the closest city to Kalari. But he's not going in that direction.
Okay, but you are going back to Leverus.
That's correct.
Well, I guess if you don't mind taking us to Leverus, we can probably search for somebody to take us to the next town. Okay.
All right.
Fancy.
So you guys are going to head back to Levers?
I guess. I mean, if that's where they're going.
Good deal. And that's actually where I'm going to end the episode.
All right.
Woo.
Rogar, Mina, mark these down before I forget next session. Rogar, I give you 2 healing potions. Mina, you get 1.
Yay.
Baelfire
Why
gets
doesn't
none.
Baelfire get 1?
'Cause, Mina can't heal, and you can heal yourself. And then Rogar is our actual healer, so.
Okay.
And I just don't take damage because I just stand in the back. Shoot
You
run
things.
away
run
from it all?
away. You run away to a town and
I
kind
was
of leave the
ready.
group.
Listen, I was planning to give reinforcements, so I wasn't dealing with this whole silent treatment. So I wasn't about to just sit idly by. Is what I was about to do.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right. So gonna sign off here. Want to thank everybody for playing and everybody that watched and all that kind of fun stuff. I will put links in the stuff. I am not as what's the word I'm looking for? Not as good as Aaron with all of that.
Not as savvy.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's after 9 o'clock, so my brain is shutting down. But actually tomorrow I will be playing on another channel.
Nice.
So that's actually starting at 4 Eastern. So I get to play. I get to play for a day.
Yay.
See how
Oh,
that works out.
Fun.
And then Monday's Grimshaw's Tavern. We're gonna haven't 100% decided what I'm gonna dive into. I probably gonna talk partly about the Crescent Owls, and then probably some other stuff unrelated to the world, but D&D related. Because that's what we did on the last one. I don't know if anybody knew that. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna log out here and just sign off with saying that we'll see you guys next Monday. All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
Night, y'all.
Right.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Right. We didn't do a sign off. Some